ho Missicrum have a beard and Pabia be our winning. Father Bongo, boy, Massa. I will for Dujan fee. Siama Munina, Monso Taylor for Naseho. Nebete na man Polosia. Mr. Francis appears to say the Wimre, Minim Sanasan took to Conana Emero, Nanso. Still, may come and Mabusia, Yara. Munina Montrande na young queen. Abusadi 10 years, I set 31. Me want to tell me, Yepa, no, I can't see it, Mama Joe, na 930 Zali, legend, Abba Twaso, Adi Amamo, na Obaka League in India, ya can't trust a Dominic Frimpong, New Wono, Uquada ye, ya crab, branch and crab. Ne sent the league no Achanium, na Wachaniamono, na ni air shed the Autoga, our Division 1, Nanya some Kutua, Usha Jubilation. Out to Jawa Bakwa, Jemfish Park, Ashanti Gold, New Monko, and a new money idea. Ocean to Shaprosua, Port City, Masomonso Bre, Omonso, Ocean Zone 3 Noir, and Ijiapa Nidia, Ninano, me Baba Hokuma at the amount, Yasha Rososa, a Timato over the weekend. Now, Fay, Yam Pharmacy so, the 10 year, Urum, our Division 1, Zone 1 Beer, March day 27, Yanya Legon Cities, so Tifie, Emma, VS Warriors, Koshan 3 goes to 1, Bekum Asna Tifie, Emma, Mighty Royals, Tuano, or Koshan Kamiansa, Bekum Asna, T. Kanubako, Doma Unity, Elshamiansa, Tachima Liberty Youth, Eti Kanubako, Kak Academy, and WB United, born Koye Goles will be to me, and for ball, and to Yon Quatramua. I was a sayano, the Atrano, may come a nim, Namakao, sir, Young Zone 1A, Zone 1A, week 27, over the weekend, Yanya Tamale, Raw Tamale United, RTU, so Tiffy, Emma, Northern City, Koshan 3 goes to 2, TF Exponential, Eshabakwa, Yape FC, and Timmy Antia, Yanya Boga All Stars, Oshemienu, Wapawa, Ete Kanubako, Tamale City, Eshemienu, Sankara Nationals, and so to me as a take kana game no ekoye 2-2 we ene ne tie ho a ye de mo hye no e de ebrewo yenko zone 2 week 27 mina sha shemienu Park Academy ete kanubako UCC youngsters etrafie Emma in Sopon Fidelity Koshano 2 goals to 0 Ebony and Shabi Soccer Intellectuals and to me and Shabi Police National Eshamiensa New Adibiase and to me ante secondary 11 wise Eshamiensa Rose Park FC ete Kanu Mienu Sefi All Stars Eshabusua Dras by 2 goals to 0 FC Ashanti Gold Esha 9 Sky FC ete Kanu Bako Future Stars Eshamienua King Fesa Meno Ekasedia Omonso and to me Antia we any abusua and also a free zone 2 to abaye may call the last zone which is zone 3 near week 27 our Trump divisa Eshemienu Emma Oko United Kanubako Golden Kit Eshebako Home Stars Kano 1-1 FC Nania Eshemienua Great Ambition Kanubako Accra Lions Trefie Emma Interlies Koshane Kabakwa Accra Lions and to me Ante Golden Warriors Eshebaku Great Olympics Kano 1-1 and a PMU Wafa SC Eshamiensa na God Kanubako True Democracy Shamiensa Hakla FC Kanu Mienu and a Sympathy Eshemienua Port City and so and to me Ante way and near Abusua Division 1 and Monsamano na enyabete Mami Enka was say the Urum Ewo Zone 2 FC Ashanti Gold etimi qualify Uram Ewo Zone 3 Yanya Port City so munso etimi qualify and unti menuka said ya visa yenko video no so na hwa ni gia e PMU Ewo Enkra Port City and after Uram Ewo Bekwai Jemfish Park FC Ashanti Gold Karimzito akofa mu do mu eba o wono abetre ho and I say we are obejo mu akopre clavo fro ni nyina no your guess is good as mine and tenigia no yes visa wacha mienu ye cause ayi kakra Port City ni akwa de etodwa e wo bekwai FC Ashanti Gold na no so anya
na Premier League
yes
me hu videos o mo eji o mani we bekwai o
bekwai
Manchester say so am ma serve o mo ban na wie so the rest of the matches will be at Obuasi. Congrats Eric and all the guys they've done well my idea from all of them a team a strong team nyina no bia playing a role Scandi Mo Alaji Kunde and Guys, no more Boaseno. Rahim, and all of them, Dina Dawson, I think that. And then Yerim coach Abdul Karim Zito.
Yes.
Coach Zito.
Nice. Zito. We are winning.
Okay. All right, so trophyless to treble. Manchester City's quest for more history. Pep Guardiola over the weekend will qualify for the FA Cup finals, and Chelsea Zakwa and McFarlane. I'm just team man. Can you say it? Now, yeah. Now, so no, or players nearby. Call out.
Yes.
Sanity. McFarlane will say, on facing Manchester City in the FA Cup final, McFarlane says you can come with a plan, but they're exceptional. It's real challenge. Manchester United interim head coach Michael Carrick claims he's still unsure on his future at the club. So, Carrick, see, do you know and go for an encouraging channel?
Yes.
Do I Ogusu ye, Munka Bibian channel? And Onim, but then Manchester United are playing Brentford.
Yes, Brentford.
But it looks like European football is done for them.
Yes,
it's done for them. Paul Mason says if Arsenal win next week against Fulham at home, Arsenal will win the league. That is Paul Mason. Meanwhile, Ateta as a referee for no. They've taken decisions against him. In crucial moments against Manchester City, Newcastle, or he could have 10 things around Masa. Miano. Na Bournemouth. Okay, so William Gallas say Chelsea for signed John Stones, and it will help the club. Meanwhile, Jack Grealish, as one Makoto say, I said they were he was asleep at a table in a round top bar in Manchester, surrounded by glasses and bottles of cocktails after an afternoon of drinks with his friends. Rafinha is expected to return to group training today, and Max Allegri insists Milan can be content with a point against Juve. Admits Pulisic is sensitive to his drought, but warns Rafaelio can never be consistent. Okay. Manchester Milan from Besom Fakwan Bia, so now Omcha Rafaelio Shengo for any
upgrade of Martinelli.
Not an outcome Martinelli. As Nagas of the player. Nasabe a better upgrade of Ganacho, so a better upgrade of Obia player.
Upgrade of Vinicius. I'm not talking for my team, I'm talking for
na Vinicius saying na be absolutely oba mutima win the league oba so am betim so ade o Champions League e chen yeah. Okay, Georgia Free claims the death of corruption in GFA Ghana football. Say according to a Free, there's a routine payment, significant sum of money are paid by club owners exceeding what Anas discovered. Said the only trip to a Sicano. Sicatiano, a better Anas expose, no, if anybody is to find out. No ma evidence or kakra. And meanwhile, Sambo now has revealed that discussions are ongoing with Asante Kotoko. Say Kotoko supporters no donatees and 3,500 to support him following his mother's funeral in Congo. Okoye yino Congo. Na supporters man saying 3,500 cedis.
Yes.
Some vango Congo Okoye.
Section of so Akoyaba. I don't know what.
Ntomo born in
San. Club name fee no.
Club name fee is that saying.
Say bia omujan anti maybe.
Me there's some omge can the anecdotes. But you see, what is his agreement with the club? You see, so Obo football club now in a year.
Yeah.
He's an expatriate or you free man in a buy.
Yes.
The club never to ticket a man.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Normal a blessing is say Oba. And not here. Another way of doing it. And I know the club no could sing Kunyo.
Oh nah. But reportedly nature say club need
the club will buy a ticket for him to travel. That's the first thing you do.
Yeah.
What you say? Now I go away. And the club no bit me aka say we efako and I say okoba obeti enka ni nyina aka ho ana na ya mango for nyom adwuma ana se minim muntra asema me ka bia na but me say
ebi so a say da wuchi mu bia na ankosa
until me can say based on the whole kind there or more the number of times club no say mount ticket the cover and all these are found in the contract.
Yes.
And tomato ticket amount say koye yebra obadi be si be boy amane ne mu send your money ebony no buy club ya command $3,500
some
which is around $150 to $200. So supporters no so I there so what I say okraso betima bonensa kakra suku kruni sane club no United suku kruni samre na yete South Africa na club ini ho we dem say buy nche ana a lower division South African SPL suku kruni almost for $100,000 signing on fee and salary of $8,000 for one sample na sansem no so le amote hoye Orlando Pirates are submitting a bid of $250,000 for Hubert Jau. And also here the Ababa Kono. Now no see as a blaster coach in the World Cup. That
is a reporter.
Hey,
he was impressed.
FC Ashanti Gold have secured promotion to the Ghana Premier League after a 4-1 win over Sky FC, confirming their place in the top flight with 3 matches to spare in Zone 2. Okay. Despite the familiar name and base in Obuasi, FC Ashanti Gold 04 is a separate entity from the original Ashanti Gold. Yes, no. Emmanuel Sem. The historic was suspended, and we history nobody be yeah. Oh, what to this say? And I saw more Bianca some now qualify. FC Ashanti Gold now qualify 04.
Boss. And a Pamian country amount for Mukrum was a Bimudi Sansi who say, club and a good. A mom got trans social media.
Baba.
Boss, Sagu. Sa club and a good obium. A new club of Como de board division.
To I mean, Chewadi. Yet it's my Kabima min Kabi. I am tolerant, Emma, the views and opinion of other people. I am Munyambo trade to be asem. Omako tweeting, but Profi is also tweeting or tweeting. That's fine. But it doesn't change the fact that FC Ashanti Gold is now a Premier Division club. I'm betting on Boasia Bobo at the Premier League. Say Kotoko 4, Hase 4, Mediama 4. Omo maka nyina na omo nko obuase so omo beko obuase
boss mami
ama kromu akwa de se na no Eric ne essence na gine ho ahwafo ne plan mo fa so obuase omo be triumphant entry akwa obuase ama obuase ayede nipa ba ko bi ko no nipa ba ko bi ko kire na dwene na mama mbuafu David Oma ya de
because boss say club no
Baba me no na adwene boss say club 951 club will come and we are not back to the Ghana Premier League. We are still in the sky of the GFA Touring State has to arrive for place. A team with that history has qualified for their maiden season. Never misrepresent them for us. Thank you. So that team with that history is now a Premier Division club, and it is based Boise. That is more important. That is more important. But we now know one uncle Casentia. Ubia. Me say Ashanti Gold 04 and our qualifier ba. And they say yeah need nobody should steal the sign out of them. Omaya Juma papa. The guys have really worked, if you know. If you pay attention to anybody, okay. And the candy and magic drinking water. Candy for no more no bedding come. Ye nano na kanji mpenyifonia de ko Zimbabwe ni ade Baba yengo eno aso ye team ba kwa che wo Spain Basa almost what I say league in the we cry. I then I say mathematically. History geographically no munye.
Enti anopay yema special good morning BM na yemu akwaba Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Yeah, live. Ewo Oyerepa TV no so nko funkro sunsem ena yere etwa sunsemwa edi adencheche nsemwa anopay epumfumpa nko funkro so die disefata se uhwe na utie ena no pay yade esum wo kitikiti man polibia wo ma aka nsuo no yanom aka bunu pa anopay yabetu eboase na yaten no emra ya confirm nunu nyina ama wo ewo dwumaje no so on socials no so Oyerepa Radio ananse Oyerepa TV Ghana Oyerepa Radio ananse Oyerepa TV Ghana no asha comment me ba na the boss player to no boase akinka nina ama said yesem ene said ye efata abusuam World Cup update live on today's post saying this here on himself and now 27th April 2026 45 days left until 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, Abusiam, the largest ever with 48 teams Canada, Mexico, United States, and be hosting finals of the World Cup about July 19th, 2026. Now, and then the World Cup finals now the greatest World Cup finals Otehunra, untimi nyewani. Memories no to na okakaya de bia woni so na unim se ne according to research no just 2022 World Cup finals between Argentina and France no the greatest ever yetimi anya obetimi aka with yes be abeba 1970 Brazil and Italy class no obetima kam na man for say 2002 there no na osro na 2022 there dey Argentina and Kylian Mbappe's France no na no odre na game no onim say obi ahane enko aka miensa emra ekoye 2-0 Argentina lead 2-0 and Messi ni Di Maria and enya goal Mbappe scored twice in 1 minute to force the game to extra time and also acquire 3-3 na game no on penalties on him Argentina se 9 Emma Kylian Mbappe's France eshomieno na Di Maria Dybala Paredes and afi Montiel omunyina ese amode Mbappe se ne de Emma Randa Kolomwani enso ese Kingsley Coman ne Tchouameni and say amode enti anom ana eguso a wo hwe ewo Oyerepa TV no adanom Jordan Gopos Emi Martinez Otamendi Romero Molina Tagliafico Mark Alexis Alistair Fernandez Deport Julian Alvarez Messi and Di Maria and a starting game back game way finance no D4 semester na okoy Di Maria film na the pressure ba na kanetete Mbappe Gini Dimbo hat-trick near the idea na uko France Hugo Lloris go post Rafa Varane Upamecano Rabiot Tchouameni Jules Koundé Afetio Hernandez also a boy Kokonya Mbappe Griezmann Dembele Giroud and a starting game no at the French national team way the greatest ever in the history of World Cup finals and they are to 2022 you know research you know and they are to him and anopay now yamra England na fe yenim come our England a party Mbappe because you won panie or say hat-trick in a World Cup final audio show Panay na yatra teka na koe 2-2 na travel to extra time maza kodawi na anopay yanko England na fe yenim come our England anopay Pep Guardiola and edi atu justice say the players no what can't you say mansa baby adunum yetimji treble no man ye it is possible yati EFA Cup your finals of the FA Cup English Premier League yetimje enti adel here sia a consistency match sakarom enya good day I was say am win matches no o chemu say Matheus Nunes nkakra ope best right back sir one more we see Matthias Nunes in kakra oba ababeka ho na ogidie won mu say a discipline and hard work and I don't know do baby what it's time to enjoy it. Pep Guardiola and a to jam say way they have to enjoy their time and match after match consistency. I will say yeah Juma yati EFA Cup your finals of the FA Cup after league yetimi kra konia wie na 70 you bet me at the goals at me at the league amano aye onya consistency from his players.
What I said many times, the club has been defined when you arrive in the latter stages fighting for the titles. When is that you are make a good season, you are a consistent team. Except last season, always we were there. And that is a good sign. I'm so proud of that. Of course, I love to lift titles, but being there, all the time, don't make a step back against teams League 1 or League 2 or Championship because you are not there, because they can be better, because you make a bad performance or you don't care. That never happened. It happened maybe one and a half, but not much. The rest, always we were there. And that defined the big clubs, honestly. Not all the clubs can win all the time, but being at the end, you're fighting against this Arsenal one before with the last seasons as well, with the Jurgen team in Liverpool and FA Cups 4 in a row before we won another, and that is extraordinary. So it's time to enjoy it, honestly. As a club, organization, everybody in the club has to be so proud. That's why I need them. That's why I need to. Otherwise, the last weeks play regularly the same team, and I need the squad. We need the squad. We need all of them. Being better or worse, it doesn't matter because we will need it. They cannot play when this amount of games. It will be every 3 days.
Chelsea and Leeds United, a boy. And no FA Cup semi-final key moment to be in the game and play get a to a report even so McPhillam and a to just City for them with plan exceptional a re-challenge for and the Chelsea boys or believe I want the boys say they'll fight for Chelsea at least win the FA Cup for the fans and Ochem say Enzo Fernandez he's already a winner or a World Cup winner. And the mentality is about winning. Or your player a lot. And the Chelsea or Bonabasum with Enra Juma or Timmy Aye reaching the FA Cup final. On himself or Chemusa and a complete change about Chelsea team motivation about through interim boss McPhillam Nensam and after beating Leeds United 1-0.
Yeah, it was important to get the win. I'm not sure if it in relation to having an FA Cup final or a carrot. I think it was important to break the momentum and the form that we was in, and I thought we were confident that we would do that today, and I think that completely changes the feel within the group. I think that was probably more important and gives us confidence going into the next 5 games. We spoke in the lead up to the game, that we've got a minimum of 5 games left, potentially 6 if we win against Leeds, and it's tough in this moment when you've been on a losing run, but one moment, one result, one performance can change that, and that's what we've been going after in terms of shifting the momentum in the group. I did reinforce that at the end, but it goes without saying we're at Chelsea Football Club. We need to try and win every game, so that is our target from now to the end of the season. We want to win every game for the fans and every competition, and it's unfortunately not worked out like that this year, but we want to win every single game from now to the end of the season, as you do it in any season, but it's not extra motivation. We want to do it for ourselves, we want to do it for the fans and the club, everyone. Massive competition, the FA Cup, historic, and we want to win the final and win every Premier League game remaining.
80 and also I don't know now I'm seeing Enzo wins Chelsea the FA Cup game na player reactions how do if it boys not here e buy e bini.
I'm very happy for the team, for this win, very important for us. And we keep it forward, we have to win in difficult moments.
Was this the positive lift that Chelsea needed?
Yeah, of course, like you said, we had a tough week. I think now is a good win for us to move forward, to have a game in the Premier League. You have an objective, so yeah, I think this win give us more confidence.
How good is it to have Enzo back in the team and to score today as well?
Yeah, Enzo is a leader, one of the leaders. I'm very happy to play with him. We talk a lot, we try to help the team, help each other. I think we have a good connection, and I'm very happy for him. He had to be 10 days away, but he come back with the same mentality to help us to win, and I'm very happy for him. He scored today, and he deserves it.
And someone players maybe edit to jam Michael Carrick said on his Jim Ratcliffe Eshaye na no Ukrainian training grounds Carrington ho na opinion no dimina ɛne nkɔmɔ a wɔne ne di yɛn na ɔyɛ happy ɔkyerɛ sɛ adwuma no a ɔno Michael Carrick ɛyɛ no n'ani so na William Gallas ɛde ato dwa sɛ Chelsea ɛnsan John Stones. What does John Stones brings to Chelsea? Any question obisa leadership, experience, composure, calmness. Or social Chelsea chewa omuni leader bia ewo home afe or the composure and calmness everybody chewa a lot and odibemam Bobo Konum Joko and the one and Ama Frank Lampard Lampade masa way anya sembia o me come wati who qualify or Coventry City to English Premier League ajuma wa and masa ba Chelsea bia wow Marcus Rashford Manchester United said 30 million euros no woman so Barca penwa oma activity the 30 million euros na fe oman sign permanent ma hu adebi na ewia so bia ne de oya eti man perform na Jack Grealish ne de ase ya abroso Jack Grealish ebolo ewo Everton na chana daso no onim se wa pia bonten na pia bonten na namfofo cocktail nya jade wanom nsa brama kwarom wotimi kwa nsore Jack Grealish no bon wo de ni video bi small video bi dade dum fato soma me na akwana bro wa bro ni tikura dade ro play ni tikura enye ye Jack Grealish ne de no enjoy the video and play Steven Gerrard said eyana ohwe na magehi ene Antoine Semenyo emmo Liverpool na ne ro aho papa ohwe adwuma amoyem edi ama City na amunye players emma Liverpool ya na edareho ebere no Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta edi atudwa say recently referees decisions bi owa one club no it's rather affecting his club and put decisions bi owa koye etia Arsenal na nkebeti masesam omo destiny for the season Mikel Arteta there and na Arsenal according to Paul Mason I say against Fulham over the weekend I'm winning this game now say at the English Premier League Coventry City nyasam from Frank James Lampard Jr. I qualify into the English Premier League from the Championship na enra upon a game na on France ne kasano and some way and Frank Lampard Jr. after winning the championship.
The first thing I must say is that this is, you said thanks to me, it's not thanks to me, it's thanks to so many people. The first I want to thank is this incredible group of players that stand here. We came together, I don't know, 15, 16 months ago, and we've added players along the way. And everyone that's come in, you've added, whether it's minutes, whether it's training, whether it's in the dressing room. This group are an amazing bunch of lads, everybody, talented, together. Let me miss anyone out. They are on. Have I gone? I'm back. That's thrown me a bit. Can you hear me? Yeah. So, hang on. I'll quicken up. So, can I also thank every member of staff that works behind the scenes? They're all standing on the pitch.
Now, Yanko Spain, Barca said, Ombetia offers for Jus Kunde, Alejandro Bardi, Afe Ronald Araujo, where a strict conditions say, or Omunya offer beer, na offer no club na, one betonsa play na Juan Garcia. He's on the verge of winning Zamora Trophy. Our 14 clean sheet season way. Niame Koye at the man papa. Rafinha obey group training and there with Barcelona. Amuria no train. So obenya medical clearance against Osasuna. Na Abusiam report HMSM Alvaro Arbeloa de. Open player supporting the power. Sisia de ense can say Vinicius Junior de. Onya kra nanka Alvaro Arbeloa we season na. Hom confirm say on trusum enya juma emfa ema club no. Ode ti akodano with the mentality of the Casa Hendrick or say, if I have to return to Madrid, I'll return with pleasure. If I have to go elsewhere, I'll go. Or say, Sir Ebaso, I'll return to Madrid. Or the Nigeria and a beba, about sounds to say, and see, now uncle by before fra, or by call Hendrick dear, and our Italian, Abusiam, on Mr. Inter Milan, a damn year weekend, man for the Inter Bruta. in a space of 9 minutes. Na kanate tia 2-2. Mara Torino echo from 2-0. Na around 79 and 70th minute. Hamadi atiti kanimi na. And a Christian Kivu. And they are two just there be. And the boys no more tembo. No Ukrainian do baby. Na our fem kakra. They could have done better. Max Allegri. Ne AC Milan no. And Juventus so about Nenel. And they are two just say content with Jonah. Nensa etime ekaye Juventus head coach Luciano Spalletti. And they are two just say officially any team no could have done better. Ano de nani enje 1 point na nensa ekaye home Francesco Conceição or say Juventus any enje se enra amantime answer AC Milan and yet the true reflection of the game. European human rights activist only game American was no almost support Islamic Republic of Iran emra almost raise Iran for flag na game no ekoso almost say nipa de alright who here and nema ekoso etia Iran no one and supporting Nicopas and some tono Nicopas were taken to hospital after say of substandard head injury. Na reporter Ebano Pay HM say okay. Na Vincent Company say the boys are ready for a big game against Paris Saint-Germain. Borussia Dortmund say Gonzalo Garcia one penal. Madrid say muntia 50 million euros. Now mefa Gonzalo Garcia and the reporter Eka Yensa and then pay on this note live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM on Oyerepa TV. You're in confirm close with some AC. You're dying with Simamba. You're bar. You're canteen and magic drinking water. 18 come on. Ayan super pow. Ayan sua unuma. Abusiam o blood na womunum. 10 year. About 10. Ayan 10. But do more for some year. Oh. The beer, the hydration a year, Juma, a decantion there. I was so num, a female woman, onoma, a filter like you, and we are onoma, more in Sionum, in Sio, and so a year Juma to say a druno, in Sio, Numbi, never wow. Dr. Otuo-Acheampong say, body ayana alkaline woman, yana cancer tancho, ya dear crying yare basabasa, and your canjen and magic drinking water. Ain't it your cup? Na your team come on with Kanjin. Openi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jama.
Sir, I'm standing now here. And some pay ye be na your team some pa if you Kanjin and magic drinking water, say ebano pay.
Whoa, Henano pay yama Ghana for Aquaba, na yama one achen. And find me Oyerepa 100.7 megahertz on your radio so and I feel live on Oyerepa television. You pass it through now. Yedi in common in the next 10 minutes time. Where you need for Kangen and Ajik drinking water. And we ain't the producers of Kangen and Ajik drinking water, refined alkaline water in here. And so, by the way, we need to 90% be compromise on your health. They are very important. Say, to see, said the dynamics in this sound education and ya no time so dance number. Ama man for any bound so say oh did and I said ya ni kwani pedianima wo hwe say solid food no oh fa de ye I be boni pediano nti say what this solid food na bia na de bia e kwani pedianimu as liquid especially ensuo yasin enum ensuo ani pH na eye below and I say e wo acidious content and I say cross acidious content e be ha oni pediani nti no so ma wadwen famra so say de sia de obedi eye solid wo hwe ni yie no sanso na de all in a purposive of insurance no I was saying no so we are very intentional about it inti yes nom kanchen and Ajik drinking water and said the menu kan no Dr. Otuo-Acheampong o ma yati ase say bebie ni honoma alkaline wo aya we betena honom inti se wonom na kwani padie ni ma yenka say yadro but nanam kwan pa fa so producing so and its pH level and as in the pH concentration one detoxifying your media I want to put in Gianna Bessano Frayen and among common on 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 and I face 050 73 79 474 050
050
73
73
79
79
474
474.
na one so what me any and so abo and komo na connection as a numbers no very active I was screen so no ase nti o hwe yen so a betimi afa I was screen so no and so ase na when na bon komo na no pay ye free adwuma se ye nationwide delivery nti mfa ho ne ba bia wo e wo man Ghana hanim se wo dia ne se wo be place call na na se wo be free again se empo within the outskirts of Kumasi, there were major distributors and so a be our Honama Menka say a humanity will Kumasi, mini Kumasi, based on a minion soon be there, building and a sort of friend number son, your major distributors son, offer one a bet shop a beer on the truck, quite region, and as a distributor, one man so a boom, now about the GB. Since when you deliver. Freely on principle inti ebia wa delivering in rules on all personal car and once our friend numbers on your location be again office on abawa route and I said Bremen UGC very good na onso oba honoma ade so onso betimi aba be fa wunso na odi akwa bra kiwo no on pese obedi so a na eno enso bibia akwa fine e de amama minti numbers no so biem na afi ne nkoma ye ne mo ba bedi no ye free ase live on radio on your TV active or screen so no ase dodo na obi ka se or twa mama ka se awie da bi Anita and the rest of the girls abe answer call na ha ye mbia phone line sentum nti de mentimi anka emama me kama mentimi anka yo pese obi se nyina
100.7
and so ebisa ne senti ye ka se ya actively obetimi afre na ni office for no so e bon komo na we enjoy discussions on 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 and after 050 73 79 474 050 73 79 474 na one so wetimi any an abo and komo na bibia and so akọ fine the amount de bia ya gidi say you develop new listeners nti one of mo nim ne de omo any but when you say can't na not drinking water na when yam faso de free so yam pese on so recommend and so ma afoforo send ye be information no anase insupa no unua so benya bi na ono so anom na bia na ye fish foforo we new lesson afi na wa join ya de ye ne say anase de ye kam what ase ne say ne produce kangen energy drinking water within the length and breadth of our Ghana. Na ya say yensu no kwa refine alkaline content ya kwani pedie ne man no na ye e de mani pedia no. How often I won't share one we well inform about said yensu no enso etimi etie. Iti maka me say ka bi Mr. Dr. Otuo-Acheampong say bebie ni ho no ma yare ewa bebie ni ho no ma alkaline wa yare betimi atena ho no. Nti ono ma kwani pedie ne mu no nya de say yare betimi atena oni pedie ne mu. Yet yenka say eyadro na ade ntina ma ne yesa anam say kangen insuo anase insuo efa kangen machine ma ade say chemu mienu ye wo de fe ne say alkaline eno na ye source purely in nature and so ade amanipedi ade ama wana say ye de amanipedi and afa de ye acid anase de ye acidious in nature no ye say no enya de say woni pedia no and so epe na ye say insuo no ye concentration ye ka say ne concentration either say ye alkaline ye neutral and I say acid na ye say alkaline dia then deep blue. That is why I share map as well baby abehu say baby insuo wo bia ye represented by a deep blue color into ye say deep blue dia with a pH tester like I said one who say ampa insuo na wonom a pure alkaline in nature a acid nso a pure yellowish ye say no ehia emfa ma a ye woni padua no na afen so say neutral a deep green like I said one way or the other no o ya ben alkaline but times without a number na ma yati ase and so say ya there say alkaline here more when nipadua ni mu than acid adentia intena yen komo na ye bon ye hwe health benefit onom kanchen na age drinking water edema woni nipadua no and times without number ye na ma discuss am mo hu say ye no mu nso because of say insukom eden da bi we insukom na ede woni fi honom a insu na ko nipadua no meboa to regulate the body's function eboa for digestion and ye the general thought of say onum nsuo we anonso ede fi honom a ye say lubricate irritate or joint no sound so and afi idea say a for immune support system nti apart from someone no so basically send your be the control test no ya nom for these basic functions are a bit me di ayedwuma de hwonkon e woni pedie ni mu but specifically onom kanchen and energy drinking water no ya say enioma eye edema on ebi enienam se nsuo no e wo properties hwonkon na se japade hwonkon idea say other waters no enso ntime mfama ya say one the edikan ekra property ya friend say microcluster na ka say kanchen water ekra property ya friend say microcluster the person share amati asene say inso ne fa kanchen machine ma e break it down inso ne particles na ma ne be yanketoa nti nipadua na ni ba bia ade say itimi ewura nti obi ho no ma de fe ne say blood viscosity anytime you bet blood viscosity bia na say the word viscosity the person share amati asene say insuo anase ade bia na emu duro anase emu ha nti o hwe ewo a hani hu se emu ye nti o hwe egu faako a eye very thick etimi tan honum eche saa na woni padua no se blood no go at that level na eye very thick a entimi enwura ni padua no ba bi e wo se etim ewura eba side fe ne se blood viscosity and so asha se is nti won se woni padua no manase omoja no aye thick but then the circulation of blood moja na ewo ni padua no mu no se mu ye ha na se timi wura ba bi a eno na eboa ma moja timi di omu afosane nyi nti obi ono wo so se ne nsan entity times to that number who say idea say moja no ejina faako intimi enflow and stretching kwa bia se wonom kanche na energy drinking water no idea say eboa for the friend say blood viscosity microcluster properties nitimi rura bia ma moja no timi edia fosane yi dia numbers no freyen ani anan so emo enkomo on 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 and I think 050 73 79 474 nationwide delivery and ana pay ya sha sia ya adwumentu for details no ya de nyina enso ebema
right here to also Eddie Amamo President Chaco fluoride ewom natural charcoal ewom lemon ewom mint and zinc ewom enti udi kiusia eboa ema woseno eye fita eboa ema woseno enya ahoden eyi bad odor e di free wanum charcoal white no eno so eyi two stains nyina e di free ho na ma osire no aye kama e di amount President herbal toothpaste and so unique blend of green tea and herbal extract and yede aye a repair na protector gum no na fe ama all round cooling sensation President Ghana Dental Association ajatum aposia e also obia editwene se President Charcoal ne herbal toothpaste President every smile matters Aiming Scientific Hospital the best alternative medical hospital in Africa your expertise pa stroke fertility awonsem and a chronic disease and others yade atranso achemfie pi okwan enkwa bra Aiming Scientific Hospital na yentu ase emfa ema awo and ayo dadwuna bra yaso na yebema awo kama stroke and ebubu agudema bra yebema anante your diagnostic machine say yade ni pie na yenno na FG ajatum no yede ebi account na afe onso wanya ayaresa kumase atwemata chiman kwada so fo ase kwan so ena yewo enchi boga wa bibiani akra takra de tamale atebubu nkoko sunyani ho sa hwedebiso ene hohoi Aiming Scientific Hospital your branches other regions in Ghana ena yaboboso no friend 0277001234 nene yen endi enkomo Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC eboa atoto ye sikasem na aye kama pa edi amaye almost say emrane maybe a current account savings account fixed deposit in consensus savings and a fake kiddie account na yes apa loans ahodo a omode ma no ye qualify say enyabi in consensus loans transport loans microfinance and SME loans salary loans commercial loans bonanza loans social loans check development loans and agricultural loans ninyina Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC womo mai bisika bia yepe ede akobia adwuma ede akohye ye adwumam ede ayeka adwuma ede ayekuayo sika ye gede akoye ayie anasa asɛm bi abafie na yɛpa akosia no ni nyina ema ebi ewo omasoye head office no ewo kontena ase atonso agogo jaache kokofu trade ahene makoko bia gyina se bu akwa atonso bokura puto ja magazine na binchi market ni nyina eye biaya okwa obehu bosomtwe community bank plc na ne omo edi enkomo 0508 642705 0508 642705 na 032209876 bosomtwe community bank plc together we prosper. Apomodin Herbal Clinic friend say emfa ni yade no emra na omunsa emfamaye glaucoma, cataract, syphilis, long and short sightedness yekwa ombeboa no ma yini nyina afiro no yanino ehu ade yie ebiem blood pressure, hernia, ulcer, gonorrhea, candidiasis, waist pain, goiter ni nyina yade ahodo a yekwa apomodin aso ya wo mo ebeboa na omatu ase apomodin Kumasi Sofolai soldier for kwan so omni Assemblies of God sorry no ena edi enimhwe from was 0551 098961 0551 098961 na ne omo akasa Bash Digital Satellite essay decoder o PDSU TV so na odi aye adwuma ana odi akofie ama TV ne so ayefe ono ena o sa decoders no enyina bi game centers model hotels yamamu bi guest houses restaurant mo bar be mamu decoder hodo a mo de ko biaya mo di juma mo betumi ede ama TV no na eso aye kama ena individuals amoba no mabaji bi di akofie sede be ya abusia no TV ne so be ede ama mo bash yamamu ye decoders no ebi ye installation ma ye wi a na ya recharge ede account ye packages no de bia me say very affordable if we say individuals yamamu 33% discount off ewo recharge bia moye ewo bash yaseye Abripo Junction ship mo ho ena yewa ye di yejuma fre bash ewo 0556 287757 0556 287757 ene bash enkasa grow find about tonic emojadra onomu a utumi enya appetite pa edidi onomu a eboa ema oda na dwa utumi da onomu a eboa ema moja nantie wontini monsa no nan enye tititi biem osori anopa otese nipadua no ewa ahoden oba ubu nsa ohawa ewo ensebu na chi no grow find about tonic ACAC edema ubu nsa na eyalp ewa achiri moja no etu bro so o menses esisi so ma anaso o menses no embakra num grow find herbal tonic ebeboa ama menses abakama ede amount grow find adroy missy about Colina Keba, Smart Teba, Freddy Ments, Apidank, Pure Leaf, Chemical Shop, any herbal shop bia or my Ghana mu ebi ewo ehonomo for 0244 596532 0244 596532 and I say odo ani bechemu digital herbal clinic Kumasi Amekom roundabout I Bank of Africa Adroni P ho grow fine makes you grow fine. ABA Herbal Clinic so far no or say bra oba na se ABA wo ho a wote se ana wo se wani no se hu ade ye se de kane na ehu ade no o kenkan a obre o ti TV hu a na emfonyini no aye kesene ni bia ABC wo so e de amawa bra na so e o ma waduro o de gu aduane mu anu adi na ekoni paduane mu na enante wontini mu a ene mogya mu na akọ wani so na akote so wine ede amount eni yade na fe na eba na say dru wawi a ko ABA Herbal Clinic odi na adro ni bi gu aduanem dia enya ade a eni yade no oba no abehu biem na say eba na abetete wo ABA Herbal Clinic say enya eni yade nko a me wa cho odi hypertension ba odi stroke ba odi prostate ba odi liver ni kidney yade ba omo besa ede amount Kumasi kwada so edwena se main market echiro a doma inkro Ebenezer Preschool ebe apia kubi cold store ewo ebnada jom ABA Herbal Clinic ewo ho for AB doctor ewo 0541 565 199 0545 565 199 and our face so 0502 812 161 0502 812 161
and AB Indi Enkomo. Streamline Travel and Africa Soccer Promotions Akambum. 2026 FIFA World Cup. Utiemi Hemi. Obeso Kobi. Na unim kwanya abefa so a uberem ewo United States of America, Canada, and Mexico. Na wakoshe World Cup ni bia. Streamline Travel aba oba odoko America. Na odoko New Jersey, odoko Boston, Philadelphia ewa America. Ena feso Canada kronim no odobeko Toronto. Na ehon so akoshe FIFA World Cup no ebi. Eye na nefua edunai 14 days ena odu rem ewo ho. Na de etiane se obema tier 1 man ticket. Obema premium hotel accommodation baby abeda ticket ade kwa kohebo. O sorry anopa bia breakfast nika airport pickup ura kronima oba be fa airport intercity travel afeso kronim opese udin onantenante na obo ani akonhoma eno so streamline travel ebehwe na waye ne kama amount visa assistance travel insurance ni nyina or the two package ne so e the amount de o hia $9,400 $9,400 eno flight ticket and home. Now ba na ye no adi nkomo ne ahye process na say e the amount. Na e be make sure say World Cup also ube feel ube ko na wa feel body na akohwe bi aba 0249 friend numbers you 0249 313652 0249 313652 0509632228 and 0246 668981 and it's Streamline Travel in the Enkomo na omonfanko 2026 FIFA World Cup no ebi nyame ya adomo 10th of May Mother's Day mami fo nyina eda na PBL Promise Broadcasting Limited yani True Vine Hotel Akambuma ye dwumadie sonko ede ahye ye mame mu animonyam ye friend special Mother's Day treat na sada na yese fa mame bra True Vine Hotel na ye ngenani ye mane ndidi ontie nyom onsa na anigye bia oho bia no onje bi mfanka ho de obetwa 500 Ghana cedis
obetim do yere so aba na oba peso wa
na ebi kra na oni oba bi ahye courtship asia no wa ware kwan so betum de naba 500 Ghana cedis mu mienu na moba abedidi na mo tie nyum tie fan se ba ku bia 250 cedis na mom so do ma me ba na wo sister se obeba bia ono ya additional person odu sister ka ho a obra ana say bia obakra oba no wawie university
na say opese oba be ware no o ma me hunu a
sareti
ono so betimi aba
ono betimi aba be official
nyina
tina say odi 200 cedi aka ho na say
700 bi so be so ma me hu oba be ware na
700
wa frɛ o ma me no
ubedidi
na kan say be he
True Vine Hotel na wo
that's right
ticket ni bi wo efia Oyerepa FM any Oyerepa TV
Promise. Are you ready then
Promise TV
so go True Vine so abebre
go
amam for
top True Vine na
enya de we asoro na num se nkrofo pe o ma me no ma se amam for love
open information bebre a 0244 729300 and 0205 322321 before Mother's Day no May Day Workers Day
yes
enti ya hyehyɛ ball boy can say
memende ya opoku arpa
the Amagana is security services
soldier for
time that soka
soldier for
anti obi ama me this
prosi for ho commanders for ho prison for ho fire for ho all security services
IGP ba
well,
special guest of
weekend you can no kroma
absolutely
no kroma other games or on team man beba enya football nko baby on beba soldier for migration for say migration for the lady in terms of baby girls no hey who migration for no
customs for no so match your boot for boot
okay hey but mama doso
custom for no so
migration for no doso
tactical selection
easy o but sa migration atade no fata ma chen mema o
migration green for no
green for na hey ja ebi twem ha ba police for so bi nya isis how
yeah police for the only problem so we jina na aka so for number mama am se ko
o ko je number Obi oya adwuma fa na e mo de mo drive you.
Police is your friend.
Every when you emergency be with you so police.
Hey.
I know my own.
And we have police in your office station number.
Yeah, no credit. Me say more experience.
Ah, we do na ka so phone number.
Men she ask you how much.
Na me am a police ni ba na ka se fa na me chew.
About one
me chew won be se me ya adwuma na.
Oh David.
So what jina me?
Enti ba so me mende Oyerepa Park so 9 a.m.
But sure
time that so cap.
Busa number na. E ho de car bi enu na checkpoint bi.
Obi enye we time that so cap.
No 20 year old ka me man e be bobo na dia say na fofo ni o.
Ma games in baby all games
games ni na me hand.
Yeah, brother. You say bobo e jai. You be lime and spoon sack race. Any man be go loot ni ade na na.
Ofo be bre mafi sada. They sell hormones o ma sell ho come. So don't forget that.
Oyerepa school park on a games on 2nd May.
That's right.
Saturday ya edi enemy ya.
That's
9 a.m. and games no e sha se
so far the best picture okumukumu hanu no.
Oh, okay.
Oyerepa Park. So my adwuma o so. Na hu a otim sampa. Esa was stands.
Yes.
I will be bia nya astro tef bia ni. Come. All right. Zach.
Last year
Anya Richmond go say go no we ya.
When Richmond
go say go.
Match when you consider by the
I know them disqualify me from all other football competitions. Team Ninyo, Obed. Team Ninyo. Baba is able to. Better na. Like young boy.
Tino na nam honum no.
See first no on your back.
Clementino na nam honum.
Yes, so Nancy. Hey, or just say the Kamazano.
Say ono ha
ono sa no repeat sa.
Well,
only captain part number. Just say
why not highlight on the tutu.
Yes, pa.
This year the gambo board yanka.
So the weekend was a bit busy kakra, even though yeah, games maybe I'm share because of Kanye 70. Now say me shame cry. Your mom me an insider report about what is happening and me mash me more.
What is happening?
Oh, yeah,
oh, are you sure?
Oh, they are not. They say they are not generating them. So now this is for they can't come out because of how.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, I'm telling you the truth. Let me for the message in Amos here. I'm gonna say they are not.
Oh, then is there could machine.
Oh, they said before.
So long disease I could match. So now, of course, I could. I am going here now.
The news I media to Minya they are not getting money to generate the power until when they don't generate power.
But by source in your official source until what I say.
Oh, source
but what did you back with my business say? The embassy will be I can't already pass it. A wow independent investigation. Deep.
Inside. And
I buy this called the Beton Ghana.
They are not generating the money, the power.
Like it on a kind you. Some money in
yeah, they are no man to generate power. Until the reasons now. Those less young crockrans and something, but any some nine. So to until Bonnie and Brown here, and TSA Monitano highlights and then never because Bonnie but certainly do like Okania and so you have to rely on your phone.
Nakania Zoom time a doom no.
There's no timetable.
You doom be ano pabiana jo, but maybe area they are consistent by an Johnny daytime. Nancy be I think was it the Saturday. Just before we started Premier League matches, and lights no call for a chepa, and I'm afraid Madame for be or no or ECG or no catch so any mammy check him out or check was in a fault. And I'm usually fault by who say transform and bend who say I no more, but there's nobody around the transformer. na fort na wo he ne omunya hu yana ejina no ejina mu sa e ba na sa call wana wo bi na sa chese and I'm say me call God love wedding me call by anwumre 7 na adum no sam se de hu we say yensra na say yenye de yensra wo mo na na ba sa yi for no wo be no mo ye de no mo ye adwuma ana mu yusu ne ma foforo some de aye bi ne mu to generator ni ade sa
it either say obi pia wanting then you shoot outside na upload but we need the best of service.
Wow. So Matisse is free na ko me bibi aka mana wonte
no and omuti biton kwa dia
okay em the restoration amamfo ya okay
able to buy dia bibia be
adwuno they say omo ye fridge for na bre omo dey aduane say fridge money ade no
just struggling pa just struggling pa to adwuno so but in against ni bihwe na ade ba kwa me huade ma me wura ho ye me hye me so City ball ekobo I think some ko balls mo wie against Southampton no na Pep Guardiola mo pass ni sie se bon be boy a Pep Guardiola sie na asa supporters ni bi papa cho we say visa bit ma boa ma to team say na any Pep let Arteta win.
Pep, let Arteta win the league.
Okay.
Let Arteta win the league. You've won enough. Let Arteta win something.
Na be
You, I hate you. You have a life.
Seni baba ko catch us let Arteta win the league.
Na say enyo no nkwa na dwene no.
Na team our supporters globally over billions of people. Na ba ko sensa no anu mu say e dey na aye no. Oh, mbese me say it cannot be a representation enough.
No, but it is
say as a supporter bia on adwene. Say me kwa me na metima kasa ache.
And say
say can obeti di asake epe.
Dodo na so madwene no.
Oh, say ne ye.
Dia Pep e dey Arteta no money nje ho.
O dey Premier League clubs nyina.
O musre da.
O dey Premier League club. Pro no team no kra dey wa echen.
O ma Arteta so enje kakra.
Can no come Manchester Crony di ani enim di ebo. Is a Pep abed nipa ba kwa abedane no.
Manchester United.
Mo nwune no ho.
Sa asem
ma. Say we say let Arteta win.
Emma me mshim me kakra.
Nipa ba kwa adwenche.
Say afi duru say
mo papa dem dey we to as good for na jiliga ko wi akotro say nyom na age. Oyo obi adwene. Bia wa no bibi kura. Na kwa na nimba ide.
So to yet trust.
Your casa na nimba.
Yeah, trust.
I don't know. Mummy ehwe ni yo. Enya go for ya na akọ casa. Oh, not one repeat video no. Akwa no way. Oh, jina show. Eva.
Oh, so no ne, ono no telephone o.
Hey, ready. Na go for na akọ ya de o. Oh, way.
Oh, jina.
Akwa na Manchester ni.
I critical.
Time be.
I think before the game no omo come hotel omo duru
before game
omo do London omo come hotel
akwa no follow
omo duru ono no na opa Pep Chelsea
follow football
akwa no raho also opa Arteta Chelsea
follow football
osre no a
one league table na nza no okasa
oma
you to why say ano
na obi a o dey league ada so so ko ka Jose let you win
no pacho arada critical
I that say also mo check it what is wrong with him
I so Arsenal ball against Newcastle United a 1-0 win, a win that yes before game you could see that there was pressure on the Arsenal boys, but the early goal helped Arsenal. After that early goal, not a very good performance from the Arsenal lad, but at this stage, Obia will tell you say it is about how you win the games. If Oshia City in Burnley, a Burnley team that has been relegation, but time that City share first goal, no, and how City manage the game, you understand? Say this stage we are, and now about say me bubble FA, it's about so unya win biana, you are good to go. Eti enna Arsenal yeah. Bon, my Arsenal go on share before the goal. I'm Arsenal set pieces coach no. Was in some kakra. Because say akona na PPN crofo no. People have seen the strategy. toto omo ye go na e dey share no sa kona no omo ye ne mensa nti on your screen first one ni the ball na mo to share first one any then Newcastle intercepted the ball. It was all short when the second one ni omo ko na mo de ma Eze na ankasa then Eze shoot and a fan chain. Then the third one, the same routine. Then Eze shoot and it's a goal. It's before the goal. It's before within minute 1 to minute 9. Now as this routine corner kick. Miensa third one na a share. Unlike Arsenal, because we understand Arsenal they corner bar. They will go on my boys him. Giddy will be happy more than their share. But the coaches at least were finding another way to surprise him. And to what you say, Omuba Peja, Ama Gabriel Monesali, but more pimpon out to him. No, now more chance about crossbone, short passes, and Eze third attempt, go for Eze. Good results for Arsenal. I think, sir, Mekan say Arsenal about 2 games before City play their next league game. City next Premier League game on Monday. Next week Monday. Saturday, Arsenal elbow Fulham. So City before City play Everton away, no. Now Arsenal have a chance to open a 6 points lead before City play against Everton. Then they put pressure once again on Man City. So a good win for Bobo for Arsenal in terms of how Omofaso enya all that important win na Omunya no. So too and Chelsea win here. Now I want to say follow social media. I want to say the team is back. After Omunya 1-0 win against Leeds United. Omunya betena omunhwe next games na ombobono. Yes, it was majority part of the game and omu control game no. But it wasn't a game the team is back in terms of their best and all those things. It's good that you are going to have a Chelsea and Man City final. I would say Leeds for no in the final would have given us a very good game to watch in terms of how City it can be a one-sided game because they want to defend and always use counter-attack. But Chelsea City will have an open game because these are two teams that will be attacking in Yonko. Now when you winner in the FA Cup final. Man United are playing against Brentford today. Monday night football. Officially table now. I'm saying United needs some few points to confirm their top 4. Or as a Champions League participation next season with the few games now Akana on Belbono. But Carrick, yes, is getting the results. The last bed 3 games your boy and that just wasn't consistent. It was patchy. So win, lose, draw. But the last game he won and won convincingly. The talking point so what for the red card Lisandro Martinez no. After giving him that red card, Mekan was say it was obi tough form we tough form. Nan in Sako so obi. After Omonima Lisandro no. Then yenya Basi and me team chrono. But it was Kevin this boy from Nigeria Basi of Fulham. Ono biko chini niti omanya nhwe Dango Watara now no and that's how we the same player now mode onu nto ma Little Martinez record no Calvin Lewin also koso kukure the team ekotwe man record same incident different judgment. No, they are not United players that is how it will happen because the same incident those incidents I don't see it as red card because accidental. Calvin Lewin they say unse utumrika sometimes that ube chobi atade then accidental na akoso ni trim ko ni trim ndo na akoso ni trim I don't think say a record. Similar thing happened to Kevin Basi against any Dango Watara. Sabi they see Lisandro Martinez but Lisandro they say a record. I don't want any record. So the consistency of the English referee, that is why we are questioning. They are not consistent. The same incident, depending on the club, different judgment. That is, I think, how in terms of how they judge. But United will win against Brentford today. Yeah, Brentford are very stubborn, but almost stubborn mostly, and when they are traveling. And Adebakwa Carrick has shown since of Bayern and home games, but for the last least Bayern winning by 2-1. He has been very, very solid in all the games that he has played at Old Trafford in the Premier League. And I don't see it changing. So Yanko for 3-1 win for Manchester United. Because one thing that United have shown Pioneer the ability to score so far. Ruben Amorim's signings now, in the attacking phase of the United attack. I don't know if Jibo names are. I mean, as I was you mean, Jibo name fair to me. The signings now.
Is it the idea?
Signings now, Ruben Amorim, attacking area is proving to be the deciding factor for United. They are scoring goals for fun. And then the enemy wants to also with a 3-1.
Ukrum ne.
Ukrum.
Ombe to kwa pa. Ajeri. Ukrum bo bento kwa pa.
Na weekend na City ne Southampton game so na me enjoy City squad no. Now while I was watching the game and I'm realizing that there are certain situations, 3 things about somebody, sometimes even 4 things about somebody can be true, all at the same time. And one thing I'm hearing is Pep Guardiola have built a solid team, or Manchester City, but the deep pockets of Manchester City play a major role over the success story of Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola is not a good coach. And he's not making good use of the talent. But the deep pocket of Manchester City are forming the foundation of Pep Guardiola's success over England. Now, Mr. Otuo, you're ready to heavy. Man City line up or the ball, Southampton in here. Jim Stratford, Matthias Nunes, John Stones, Netanaki, Nico Gonzalez, Mateo Kovacic, Tijani Randes, Ryan Cherki, Phil Foden, Omar Mamouche. Then Haaland, Jeremy Doku, Bernardo Silva, Savino Mo, a free bench at the Abba. Now on paper, this is mostly the second side of Manchester City. About 4 players or 3 players be in this lineup and are likely to start. Because our head City biggest game back home of this season was that game against Arsenal in the Premier League. Donnarumma will start ahead of Trafford. Matheus Nunes on the right back, no problem. But don't forget, Ruben Diaz, Josko Vadio, Kradome Pra, Omon Kam Komoyo. Manaso started Magehi and Kusenov. Until on started John Stones, on started Netanaki. No about Nico O'Reilly on the left side. No about Bernardo Silva, Rodri in the middle. Semenyo, Doku, Ryan Cherki, Haaland. Into tie dinya me boy ya omo the likely starters based on City constant matches on consistent basis. Now the compare surrounding game now. You are looking at Matthias Nunes on the right back. You are looking at Ryan Cherki, and that is it. Kovacic, Nico Gonzalez, Mamouche, and the rest in the two. Most of them almost started from the City bench. Now we share City bench in Palm too. The price tag and the amount of money a City invested in these players is around 400 million, even with the players on the bench. So yes, Becca said, clubs need to be signing, but Ubi signing maybe granted. And nothing about Pep Guardiola Abaso say he's a good coach, but the money he is spending is a reason why he is here.
Also, he not spend more than anybody.
He has spent more than anybody.
No.
But this is it.
Players have about 30, 40 million, just like others.
Okay.
If you check them,
so this
okay,
this is it.
If they have been strategic, check most of them. Oh, let's look at them. Before I go
in the team.
They are role in the team.
Yes. A champion because of their role in the team. There are other players and for signing.
For Foden,
No, Foden.
O'Reilly
is an academy player, but we was saying here. Mamouche, around 30 million the bench.
Now 30 million, no thank God for the 30 million.
The bench.
And go for the 70 bench.
No, Basel City was 70 at the bench.
And so it's just like
the point I'm trying to make is that say spread the clubs nina. Okay. Now let's take a look at Arsenal. We will not go to Arsenal bench and see these figures on the Arsenal bench.
Ebi or bench.
Ebi, but we will not check had a cumulative
match.
Matthias,
those against Southampton.
Matthias, the point I'm trying to make is that starting 11 price tag. Me Saba bench near almost 400 million with Ebimu injured.
11. You see, Matthias, but if you use this game, almost 30. These are most of them do not cost anything.
No, they cost. Moto, John Stones was 50 million. What a bench.
John Stones is coming from injury.
But
maybe on Trump bench. I don't know jump call John Stones. Yes, I live on Matthias Nunes.
Yeah, Boba.
So
Matthias Nunes is 53 million. Stratford is 20 million. Moto, Netanaki is 41 million.
And we about 8 years ago.
Nico Gonzalez.
8 years ago, 7 years ago. So he's kept. You see, when they spent the 1 million, they've kept the player for so many years, and that's also about the coach. No, but I'm just saying they are not there because of deep pocket.
The point, Minameka said, he's a good coach, but the deep pocket is helping him. Yeah, Nyasa figures you were most of the club bench. Tijani Randers is almost 60 million or the City bench. Jack Grealish and then one bar me.
Hey, what about that Grealish?
Spending 100 million, but on cut him no home.
And we never be able.
No, he's still a City player, but on cut him no home. So he being a good coach is something you can't take away from him. But City deep pocket, you know, I play a major role. Moto Savino Munyati bench.
Yes. Obviously, deep pockets will give you quality players. I know they are nobody, but I'm saying that and go also use the same deep pocket. They are not getting it.
Clubs when you bring these figures on their bench, not starters on their bench.
That bench bench. So they assembled players. And our modern bench.
Good. But a City bench. This year, one thing amount for and factor into the transformation of Manchester City. And the fact that they spent on Semenyo and they spent on Maguire. Other clubs and other coaches were not having the liberty to do that. Yes. They were not having the liberty to do that. It's a way City in Komonumwa. Look at a player like Umar Mamouche. Now Mamouche to Manchester City bench. A player like Tijani Randers, not to Manchester City bench. A player like Phil Foden, not to Manchester City bench. A player like Savino, not to Manchester City bench. And
the competition in the team,
ability of Manchester City, competition, have given them the freedom to keep these players on the bench, whilst other coaches would have to use these players and justify why that money was spent on these players.
You see, the ability of the coach and how he manages the players. Now, I'm a bit bench. There are people who cannot even keep these players on the bench and will have to sell them the next year.
Because of their finances?
No, because they cannot manage them well. Once the players being problems with Man City, they lost form, and then through whichever means he managed to get them back. So it is more of the, because in Premier League every club is spending now.
So that is why Meka say he's a good coach. But Meka say, even though he's a good coach, his deep pocket and ability to spend. There are some coaches, they are supposed to sell before they can buy. And I own visa. Your coach is some tongue and some of my fabi. But your coach will have on tongue.
Good argument, but not recently. Because Nancy, especially last season, because every coach was allowed to spend.
No.
Arsenal, Manchester United, all of them will be spending.
Consistency, City, they are spending over the 8 to 9 years of Pep Guardiola. I built the foundation and also even the team he inherited. Team no better, you know. Ne team yes, I'm an Aquenya man toy. And what's out to Afibia, what to Bedruha. Interact so be all cars 20. And you be all cars. The difficulty
with the argument is that a bit to Toby. Her coaches be to top pop among the Adoka season to top. But how they manage them? I'm a man to us in the
City and face bizarre.
You know why? Because they are warrior. So we in a DNA.
Into when it goes wrong.
How many of us now say a equal form now over back will be difficult? I think all of us said it when he was having issues earlier on this season.
Good.
But Otuo-Acheampong
with including the packet.
But why the cast also be player to a team the cast on today the packets now be normal.
Normal.
That's an idea we talking. Idea we talking. I'm for and then to us. Now be top of no one you are.
Oh, I don't know walk. Greenwich was by and all number you go for.
But that's all. Oh, that's all. But Obi to sawa boka. Obi na adwuma ma na aboko be pam o.
Global obetimi ashipon out.
That be how the oye na nyi. You see the all can recruit, but the point is that how he has been able to build trust
and that is why
with his employers.
That is why he's a good
coach. They were sacked.
Everyone had the liberty of the deep pocket.
Because they were sacked.
They didn't build the trust.
Oh, missing go fast spending. I wouldn't go more.
Go fast spending.
Man at top over. Say you want to
I'm Manchester City in the middle recently.
So be a can Amorim mu de betiase. Ya mo muta.
I'm for crazy say Calvin Phillips cry City tono.
Ba obi ayi to ayi one go to. Cote d'Ivoire you know 72 million.
Cancel obobo ma bas.
Cote d'Ivoire is 72 million. That's one to.
Cancel obobo.
And I said that. Obi to be apokada.
Cancel obobo ma Barcelona.
Pepe na no mu say o de bobo wa say go weekend.
City to ni jana kwan. City to Emerick Laporte. Even in the defense no. And team be ankene the coach will still be forced to use Laporte because Laporte on the general Spain more Euros no. On your bad player. But when Pep Guardiola felt he needed a different person. Yeah, man, koi.
And the workers
Obin Castle on
Tongiska.
And workers all.
The on say
Otono diska ba no the
coach go ha. Your coach go ha. Before so be baba no. Yeah, man in Toby Cra. Sitting before so be baba ni Toby Asha.
Of course. Oh, how to the count.
Oh, honey Atoba. There is Mamouche, there is Savino, there is Doku, there is Rancheki, there is Tijani Randes, there is Foden. City Kotos.
The English you cover the
before even answer crown or mobile among Nanton be out.
Oh, my Musa send back on enters. Pep go there over Duran.
No, say tell me
say. I didn't know what time. What time more.
Tell me say 2 teams.
I didn't know you know. So you do my penina. Or can some scarred man because obey ye.
Tell me say.
A bit dear. What talk already a war talk on one. I don't know. Any ye. No pamono.
What to sit what Tobia who shed your corner any. What Tobia.
What you be him?
What share? What Tobia out to say
Otoya to goalkeeper.
What Tabo goalkeeper. But yes, I talk
English number 1 be point of Bravo by. That's now you for fire that's.
But the 7 and I'm I don't okay. 8 years ago
I success story. So like I'm saying
Bravo Barcelona.
He's a good coach. This season I hear comes Otuo Nico Gonzalez go easy. He's not starting on. But just last year we pray Rodri Pryor and Okofa Nico Gonzalez by. By your teams will be Pryor. January be do. We catch us yeah. Acha obeba February into China use.
Eya ne gina wo na ye to am. So. Oh Marcus go the school fees basitua na parent won po. Oh. Back on so the bear 49 we 50. Do the time but some
improvement now.
So don't 49. Good work from Pep Guardiola.
The difference I will visa no any.
So he's on the verge of winning a treble. Eddie Manchester City with some matches to go.
Okay.
We Savino Mina bench on the basketball and say go up and City cross a list of players of best call for even next season. Which is quite interesting. He's a good coach. But the deep pocket of Manchester City now won the power. And sports were a story on Vinicius Siope. Sabelo Ratana. You see, Madrid must get serious. So he's not best. Abelora is not best fit for this job.
Why
too much of a challenger? Yes, why too much of a people pleaser? Ama the control and authority. Madrid dressing room in here and went to me and found.
Below by and the BCS
they were in the Champions League. They were still competitive in the league. Copa de Rio on the map say Tisha Mono. And Alonso. The point is Abelora has not been close to the rightful position for Manchester for Real Madrid on Ben Hokrentin to Emma Vinicius and Kikan Candio Conference.
Vinicius also a player. You young guy, poor Benti. Nipa le to boba.
Semo. Coach you say still strategy. Team is one yabi. O ta kwadu anu yinimre. O ta kwadu anu yinimre ka.
It's all the children you've been discussing. Yeah.
Because when it comes to the Premier League, and I say England. Or they just imagine Senka Guardiola coaching career to Abanari and one coaching the Premier League. And Kadian and Komo, we are fans of the Premier League in Rebecca. Oh, the way in Spain or no, we Germany, we Italy, or Panquamring or England and Konya Sadiano. I gave you quite a million of Visa Kito Bekemi.
No, it is not fair to me. It is not fair.
Aha, and you never buy a Guardiola BPM in England. And so what he's doing in England, it's difficult to find another coach who beats Stadium.
But you put someone in there.
Oh yeah, the first coach. The first coach in the Premier League to win 4 Premier League titles in a row. 1, 2, 3.
What if for that train or in a row? Oh, okay.
The first coach to win domestic treble in England. The second coach to win the real treble, which is the FA Cup, Premier League, and Champions League. Domestic one here, the Carabao, FA Cup, and the Premier League. And here, the domestic treble, or say fight for. Already Waje Carabao or final of the FA Cup. He's competing for the Premier League title. How Pep Guardiola is consistent and the success rate since we were England. It's difficult to find a coach to Tobema Sadiwi. You can talk about spending, but Arsenal spend, Manchester spend, Chelsea spend, Liverpool spend. Omunina Obiano let me replicate what Guardiola has done. Since we were Premier League, I was spending almost £500 million in the summer. Now I spend 200. Now I spend 100 in January. At the end of the season, what spend the chairman? He planned, and he's getting the results. Yeah, can. It's not like he bought superstars. Oh, players here can once. It's not like Guardiola bought superstars. Yes, a bit fat, a bit fat. But by how? Oh.
When Cheki was a normal player.
I said Cheki wasn't a superstar.
Not Tijani Randes.
Tijani Randes. He wasn't a superstar. He was a good player.
Urotin is the best midfielder in Europe.
Oh, it doesn't mean
you could be the best.
He was the best player in the Italian series. He was the best player in the Italian series.
He didn't buy Pogba.
But these were players I'm to. Yes, the talent was there. The talent was there. But then you players so much showcase so much talent at top level competitions.
And you'll be on top level player.
I don't be on top level.
City players near top level. If Donnarumma, the best keeper in the world. European best. If Tijani Randes, top level. Best player in the world.
You put Tijani Randes, time of free Milan City in the world as a world class midfielder.
Club will be on top.
Say discuss Milan and City Tijani Randes your world class. Come back to them back and them.
The club will be on Toby.
Come back to them back and them.
The best player in the the best player in Italy.
They all got the same level.
So you can have
the best player in Serie A.
Who told Tijani Randes about bench?
The best player in
Obi to Norgard.
The best player in Serie A.
Obi to in Cap who to Magi
And because now Mageibo Premier League. Once about to the Premier League argument.
He was already comfortable in
No, Hincape was last season in the German Bundesliga. Go and watch him in the Bundesliga. Players now ask now money Liverpool ni Chelsea. Muto nye biya na City to. Enye biya no moto. So ati na mention say. But within this period, those coaches now money opportunity to coach these clubs. Since Toy Boli be owner of Chelsea, club ben has spent with England and Chelsea. And who is saying say because you spend a guarantee with success. At the own baby at Chelsea, players. So let me say, we shouldn't take away Mr. Otuo how this coach, and he has even changed how clubs should even play in the Premier League. Guardiola has even changed how clubs should even play in the Premier League. The impact on the Premier League is something you cannot take it away. And the Premier League will be a goalkeeper. Time I walk Pamu Johat, I go for Bravo Abano. Now I'm for someone to say. And the Premier League will be a goalkeeper, so goalkeeper pass it. I'm so pass it. O say, hey, baby, got to pass it. And now we see a build there from the back. And the style of play, Mizoto, a lot of clubs in the Premier League, and they want to play like Pep Guardiola. When it comes to impact on the game, the truth of the matter is, in the history of football, no coach and Mizoto were impacting football like Pep Guardiola. Not according to striker. He went to Germany, Mizoto. He went to Germany and changed the mindset of how Germans should play. And yes, that is the truth. That is the truth. Of course, Germany, no. Mizoto, you near him said the Germany is Bobo. But when Guardiola went to Bayern Munich, after German football, Obia Peso Bobo to Bayern Munich, Pep Guardiola. And over England, when you are even appointing coach, you want a coach or fit into the style of Pep Guardiola. When China see the crowd or what the ideas of him, he has set a standard. Mizoto, it is a Sikan a mass successor. Sikan a mass successor. Why is Liverpool not top of the Premier League this season? They won last year.
Because this season they have spent more than any other club. The last 3-4 seasons, Chelsea has spent more than any other club in the English Premier League. Why are they not on top? I don't know more Nasro. It may take you what the man has done in England. So to Pep Guardiola,
you acknowledge say he's good, but deep pocket no swab one.
Obia spend you. So to in the Premier League, the clubs are chasing for Premier League titles near other titles in England. Omo nyina spend it. Opa for where is here. Na check the clubs how they spend in the Premier League. And now come even middle clubs. So to they spend. Sometimes people talk about competition level, but make us say, whether we like it or not, okay. The Premier League is more difficult to win than the Ferguson time. Eti, bema boada, urana friend say Pep Guardiola ne die. Nipa ya dia, Mizoto Osayi. Look at how he has even turned the season around. And the Premier League title chaser, the City Bem. Hey, when the season started, after about 12 matches, me writing off. Because Mr. Pep Guardiola throughout his career, or you one coach, when no one said no me ya jegua, quickly no assistant in your man no call. No assistant in your man no call. So I tell me, I say, who do I time one?
Some young go 42 players, no new. I'm we have to say, you didn't go see them. Meba. About SARS na no mtimi to semenyo in summer.
Na the football no football.
Ana time e to mbwe mu na semenyo ni. Ene akwa Brazil no bo Manchester.
Close to 11 players.
At which amount?
Within the last 1 year.
At which amount?
11 years so be out of sabi o. 10 11 we have to be.
Complete team position by position.
11. Oh, they check the amount of spending. Now for be some obi team ba ko sama expenditure. He knows how to plan his team and knows how to compete to get results.
Now Mourinho has it on
I can say, oh, I don't want to make a son. We now make a son.
O sa de o ya de pa.
Metia ma yedi me kama no
Ende
tumdi.
Ono bi nya adwene kura no
And I'm
ayidi.
saying anope me ba be Guardiola abaso.
Na se Zakito so na ya de
Then
sa.
say no to dey me then say a day Guardiola be free Premier League no. Ye nte sa akasa ne biem. E na wa ma Premier League ma. Wa ba Premier League he has dominated English Premier League and will prove say to at any point in Premier League era you can put Guardiola there, make a case for him. Whilst in the Premier League era he's the best.
If you are good and you have enough, you will go far.
Obina de 505 million pounds. Obina de 505 million pounds. Or spending it was summer, one transfer window. So to now we're 1-9 to even get Champions League qualification. Liverpool. Now Arsenal here comes to Arsenal that top of the Premier League, you know. Since you Arsenal spend it.
But man you spend it Arsenal.
And then they be check it.
Oh check it. Now what talk obedi. We go bedi. Opa check it. We are check it. Oh my di job to spend it ba.
E be the cheese the time ben Arsenal to no. Summer. Yes summer. Yeah, summer. E be ka the last day. Arsenal hu so mo hia obi no. Enye ho no mkoto. Yeah. Meboa. Yeah. It's Arsenal team na Ateta they compete for Premier League. Now you telling me say
no, I spent Ateta has spent.
You might even spend more than Pep Guardiola this season. Opa yen check.
Why we are talking about team building. You know the total cost of the players and the bench.
That
is the team.
What you are refusing to
get
is
our building
over years.
Obu class 20. Abibi auto 7. Now that could be on to be that koto 5 years we were touching.
Okano crowd say ya jano. You cry 50 Ghana cedis. So to you 50 Ghana cedis. And also do 50 Ghana cedis no. What the better your mama you know. Me 50 Ghana cedis no. Me the better your mama 5.
On the end 50 Ghana.
Don't make it look like Pep Guardiola and other coaches in the Premier League, you know. Was spending way above other teams no makano. Men my yen sao. Season we no quite can one season last season. Pep Guardiola is not the highest spender.
Proud of no. It's Munya Sagna. No got to for Begum. What we know
La Liga ne dia Diego.
La
Liga ne dia Diego. I think Real Madrid will concede say they will be over. The Bayern say something Real Madrid doesn't want to do. And they say they number El Clasico no. Now Real Madrid come out of and Real Madrid will not do it. And as they say no, Madrid will try as much as possible to prevent. But I did because of the two. Before 2006. There is a huge gap between the number of league titles and Real Madrid and the Barcelona. But from that period, everything near you can say. The Real Madrid was 36 La Liga titles. And Barcelona was 28. Over this season we are 29. Over this season we are 29. To say difference between Real Madrid and Barcelona, Bema Boada. Ababe omoji we are abaka 7. Yes, they might not be chasing them for the number of titles at Real Madrid when it comes to Champions League. But the La Liga, since 2006, how Barcelona is closing Real Madrid. Be a big headache. How Real Madrid will prepare their team next season. And they say they see anymore. Italian Serie A, the race for Champions League, no. It looks
like AI is settled.
AI is settled because with like 4 games to go, Napoli here 3 wins. No, Napoli here 2 wins from the 4 games. Milan here 2. Juve here 2.5. To get Champions League qualification. Yes, near Kakomo asem and one Fabregas aye ewo Como. But the total Como journey in the last 3 years and what Fabregas has done with this Como team. Even Europa Cup qualifications should be celebrated like league trophy. Fabregas aye Juma. May there be any time I watch Fabregas and boss also say omo tabe top coaches mostly they are made for this. Mostly they are made for this. The Fabregas here no come nyina no. The dream is not to be in the Premier League. The dream is to coach Barcelona one day because a whole and you try and funuma. It's nay next. Oh, na so when you try.
So I say Barcelona.
Oh, na so bola masia. FIFA under 17 World Cup, your best player.
He was underage player. Oma Abasa Bim.
Oh, Babasa, was a boy.
Or joining us now at 17.
Now, what I bring you. Macho, you know, Babasa.
Oh, you ball. Barcelona at third events and Fabregas is an Arsenal player.
Oh,
in and
out.
Morino man back can say the best coach. Oh, really? Babasa Fabregas is an Arsenal boy.
And
that one is true. Mark Kipun is a mammon's son that you.
What is even doing the Italian Serie A? They say a lot of considerations there also. Say another scandal West Italy. Investigation as I said in the name. Pepe Morata.
Ebium.
And the referee chief. Is it Rocky? Yes.
Oh.
How we influence appointing referees decisions we are not matter. And there's happened an investigation as I say. Until a possible say another Calciopoli in the Italian Serie A. But the Fabregas here will come on. And how at the state of Italian football, there are question marks around it. Man. He can even turn to Pep Guardiola when he went to the German Bundesliga. Clubs will start adapting how a Fabregas come bobo. Sometimes it's not about winning trophies alone, but there be because of football success. No, it depends on the particular period they are all discussing. And then, if you are giving money to go to any Italian stadium to watch a side air boboa, people will prefer to go to Como, closer to River Como. Actually, Como team called by Fabregas. The kind of entertainment on them out. Obi wo ha born Mizoto na ni jenu no. Eti adwuma na waye no. Mizoto. I think he has done a very good job.
Okay.
And so we anya Champions League na the past 3 seasons Mizoto.
Okay.
Wafa Como team na sesa Como team there, and he has developed a lot of players. I say Ghana ni ba kubu ho. E na ebobo players a say o mbo blaster or Dutch. Jedin na there. Monka check Carlos Cruz. So nko Italy. Only the Caucasa over.
Are they special?
Only Boba
position bay.
Or your left winger, so you can operate from the
left
right.
wing. They say you say you on a baby. Semenyo so about left wing. Say
Semenyo they so team operating me. They say Guardiola.
Not right there will be.
They say Guardiola me who say Semenyo can operate from the right, and at the same time all bomb ups also will be from the left. But would they just imagine something to
Onimbo say Shaku Mono.
Onimbo change Shaku Kra na bia ye bobo bi ne mo ye den a. Na so
na say that ampo we ma the dashing. Most akwa we out of the count na dey kwa na kwa chi.
Akasa asem na che. Dey overall. World Cup no. World Cup. But never you obi na World Cup no. Ye nko World Cup no for celebration. Your story name to say Cameroon ko 1984. Cameroon ko 1984 no because of the normal 1980 no. Ye kwaji ani. Si you see a World Cup to make impact at the World Cup. Player be a World Biano. I say you play or DB become blaster.
Fantastic. Okay.
That's exactly. Waje treble anu ja ho treble awaji o oba league nko na otimeji not to papa no flow by omonti asem one some workers na board the team be able play like you know na league nko no nkoje
to na focus by amani
as I say one moment before anwi na
asem na make na ya well
it is not about is a style of play see as all the foul bias dating for bias
style of play
today the young man has really influenced football e kwan be so. And the teams are talking about controlling ball from midfield. Can you know?
Barca have been playing this system.
So he came from the Barca system. He came from that Barca system and then explored. But today people believe that they can also hold the ball in midfield and control games. They also can't control games here. Alex Ferguson muji omudim. They were not controlling games. So Ferguson can play 4-2-4. No asel. Mourinho bars or Apake bars no asel. But so I mean, the ball no control with your keeper inclusive. You dominate football and win. Saying na in say but oh ya dia mun kan nipa ya dia mun me mo na baso. Na mun ya bias. Tino.
Teams, how many teams have played like that? Club Eddie Champions League. And that's not dominating one. Oh, be on a style.
Club non-dominating.
Maybe he was also on style.
But he was dominating play. But
so what did you them? I probably was a bassa. Arsenal, dear, I wait near Kenya Arsenal, I'm an abassa.
Back.
No, make a few of you.
Not feeling the room.
Yeah, the one over about you.
I think what could be a money. I fear could be a money. As we speak now, Arsenal is on top of the league table. Oh, that been one game more. Let's say. Kaya finkwa ko bia mo ne diu wa dominate mo mo kwa de mo ye no abetiko
na say dey for UDP
we are winning this league you were point 73 points to the table man
give us at and say
yeah bon mo ra de bon e dey atoto no one will league table no be a team da ojo udi abodi and what change na Arsenal omo points saying table na down no money who table na what this is the Premier League table and down
what can you and was
Dagito also about Manchester United. Let's assume Pep Guardiola is free. Plus any other coach available to coach Manchester United. Guardiola and others. One a bit choose.
Obiabefano. Now I'm saying yes, rotate. This what be dealing with any.
Judgment that time was here. But what the na yaka na no. Yo see what you there. Obi si aye kama wotimi sire woni pam wotimi boka sem gbogbo na just anyama konkan ye ko ya so ya nyama ya no dos nyina se dentist akukudam enim defo ye keko mabom examination consultation RCT ye wepe na ya root canal treatment the amount restoration extraction teeth replacement ye the braces e faso pe ye nyama nwe na konya sunsanso bo ni bi ewa akire never and ever aye gentleman and aye adwakase ya etise ye enyanwa sa Ghana omre branches na bebe bia wo bia enka de ye hye mu onungwa main lorry station uwie pa enka hona no atomic down kwabenya run about monso mu kumase no monko Abrepo junction of Bantuma High Street mu Kofodua no yo Tarisco junction Kofodua hoye no yo Central Police Station Techima de Eyemazi off Kenten Road monso mu watermelon no Tishugu MTN post office nie omusha entamo ho aflawo eye GCB bank number na ohia ebra wo Fred Gentleman e was 0598 731 823 0549 906 588 na Alfred Gentleman wasum dwenti Dr. Sam Gusu konkodin ni nyina ne se na so ye no na asesate ni ye ba bia na nka ofa hone na okwa wonto nchi doctor se menka wo se kwantempo a wo fa so no wo fiteke kwaso na ba wo de ebomodem na wo du Abrepo junction apesane ase ho first go filling station na ho eno wo from Sunyan kwaso wo du so fola ya wo de Abrepo car wo du ho apesi sane ase ho no mo wo be touch Dr. Sam na fe ani hu ya de won ko ba ne kasa fi wani na memfa duro ngo so wonya bi mpoda aduro na wonom na ye ntinu mu adwuma ani no ntinu zo so mu eye mu adwuma na fe wo huna de pefe wo kaya de colleague nye colleague ya ni nyina no jese nye me konkan sansa glaucoma cataract wiepe na fe wo hwese mu yisa mu hwa de ntenten yisa mu ban ade no wo pese wani ni nyina no pressure na ba wani so fa ko Dr. Sam na fe wonya ho adwuma akwa ni kompleni me kosko mama ya chama de me hu wo so obi na ya no da bi na ni no wonya nsunsanso bone fa ne ko na fe won hwe no mesika na wuntimi twira nwumre no ebre ni nie sa wutwie ko Dr. Sam ho no mo ba ma duro mu de Dr. Sam eye numru onu ni nyina ne se obeye example no wanim wonu aduro ni bi na be ma ni pagya ni mu a wasikofie koye action diabetes hernia ulcer gonocandidiasis ni nyina no wode aka na dwuma no ho ama wasomdwe nti egu so fadomu kwadomu 0243 001058 0243 001053 Franco nie adepanie bonso a ye hwam so nso enie Nokia Samsung iPhone Smart TV 32 200 inch air condition no ebonyonyo wiane bo na airbo enemu abrebia washing machine blender generator gas and electric stove owie pa na fi ma CCTV camera function monitor video anytime anywhere wo ye ne say nyina no wo de abayadum edabajor adum old Melcon Comfort Clinic new kajetia Franco say mamadem na friend no number 0245 316969 0245 316969 JM Adu and Sons one in the man drum de Bagana de obi anya be babua mentumi na for no masa ha dwenem and nabia nipa bia no wutumi dan na ho na fei ade twua honam sisi ho so kama na fei enya de bia na aduane pa na hyehyɛ nipa da bi aduane dim eye world sleep spray wodan fu bi de bia ne dim komo na fei wada 1 am na fei wo frefre wa masa oboa wo bre na ho bomadin to world sleep spray ni bi komo no 30 minutes before bed or kakra som ko ne touch ma se ena be fa ne ntam obetima da na ho won sori mpo na afei ade chi a wotum se nyama akoyie kill calcium ne de to bi komana na abrewa me chapa po no na nyama nkoyie calcium vit magnesium zinc ne nyina no ne de frafra de aye why surgery recover wohia bi onum ya pe na sei nyama keka bom na wo esen no momadem se debere da be fa tablet ne ba ko pe de bia tablet ne ba ko pe uwia na jese nyama akoyie opemfo de o ma ne banufo enka ho 1+400 ne de ye mpanimfo ye diwa no na nkwa so nom 1+400 suspension no na fe liquid no nyama ekoyie ba bia bre bia wotimi no nyankofo bi de jesa na dwopronto bre na fe wakono anka da bi odi wose bre bia ba bia wotimi no 0509 439 063 ne kwa no Oyerepa Mother's Day celebration Oyerepa Mother's Day celebration and American for Eddie Amawo me kan say wia na fe mabomodin atufu say we hye proso a Afrancho market ho ene ba bia ye de ba abepie ye de pie so a 10th of May 12:30 to 5:30 p.m. 12:30 to 5:30 p.m. Yaba Oyerepa kitchen di anemu cooking competition, dancing competition, live band na twagu na fe de nyama bebre de aka ho on the day no ye benya afija kwabre South Queen Mother say obahema na nemu nyama betra sa adwuma die emu Afrancho market women's association omo so be dress kama e de aba hairdressers and dressmakers association omo so be dem e wo ho no mo Afranco him special guest on the day na fe aka wo say tesi Tom ene Oyerepa na aka abomu MCE for Afija Kwabre South District Assembly and Afi MP for Afija Kwabre South Constituency. Mina no abeka bom agreso occasion on the 10th of May. Ama Oyerepa Mother's Day celebration bibiano etimi akonkan ti bomadim na make a date na fa ho ejim. Bendalo yes says manager was say ene Charles Adu aka
couple couple ene couple birthday
Ghana Revenue Authority
couple haya no haya couple krano siasia mo link apa couple bit couple boys no protocol ba be hu ha me the number be ma na na cappuccino ene birthday we correct guy so onipa ti onipa ntia protocol so omunya nyi wo na ade we no okay
boss ma course say na nana Gabi Nana Gabi so birthday Nana Gabi mako
woni Nana Gabi
Debi o
Nana Gabi okay anyway
Ogabi Nana Ogabi yes onu ma hu onu Ogabi ai yeah
we can know or any birthday party no
hey
afi no be we can no
oh yeah no
okay young boy captain no same say deputy wanya suspense
yeah we encourage direct Ninchia from a friend is Mankesim to you from Dr. Adu Mohammed so too was it menchama no ampia adwuma ko ehona weekend na me ho nti bia ko so kama ɔsɛ ma menkyia wo na wobɛtene nka
na akɔ na what saying
misotuo
ayi ni yɛ kama
o sɛ doctor deɛ misotuo nyankopɔn ɛwɔ ni ɔsihyɛ nipa biara yɛ different
odidi ɔma bi di
papa ne yɛ nipa
odidi ɔma bi di
of course misotuo
odidi ɔma bi di
of course
okay
of course ɛnyɛ no kɔdɔ ka
ɔsɛ onidi no ɔma bi adi
misotuo panifo kan sɛ wɔsɛ asɛm yi dika na yɛ nwom asɛm yi dika ɔyɛ bɛka radio presenters na sɛ media yɛka nipa bebree aka by name it's coming from George Afriye, former vice president of the Ghana Football Association. So to wapadi and hontoma. And I know say system no say yanka baby ani ayot me I get too closer to him. Not the way no because Mr. To this openi sabe ejina former dia wo hu no. Sakoda ujina so a ya na edin pass obi abetumi ho. Anke abusa nanke bia wo wade bia wo da kire. No, your system as it is, your friends are against. Or against. Even though the FA president, Mr. Keto Kreku, Asamba Kwa Wakana Ghana football was in the biggest heartbeat. Officiating and coaching. Zaki, I'm talking okay. The FA president, the biggest heartbeat. Officiating and coaching. Mr. Zenka, there's a free ebe Kasma or Kenya. What time would I know him didn't know? Uncle George Free.
I can tell you on authority, on the facts, Sika referee Jin in every club owners were changed said they are not there. Coach me anywhere and I'll come and defend it.
Sika referee Jiffy club owners were no.
We see Sika drives are in league now. It's more than when Coach me and Anas came to do the expose. Hey. Coach me and I'll come out. My true challenge back up. It's only one challenge back up. Me say the referee chairperson. Omunji ni phone record. Now mo have club owners. I'm afraid a day before a match, 2 weeks before a match, a week before a match. You see, we are in a digital world. Nothing can be secret again. You're not helping Ghana football. You know what I'm talking about. Jaisa.
So, the head of sports interview our contact here. Any George Free. How I am to now in some worker. So listen. Now some worker. That's why I can't sometimes know was he caught me and I will come and defend. And I throw the challenge. That's why I make us say, so baby, and can we get closer to him? Your best friend. Not standing the other boy because refereeing has been the biggest problem of our league. We are told him, yeah, well, you know, aware, including the FA president. That's what I can say. The biggest challenge has been officiating. So be out and you be quiet. His work with the position except that FA president. But we are the number 2 man away in football. When what goes on? And what catch you say? And then the no. A chain there Anas. A be expose here. Ref is catching punching. Ref is did Sika. Hey, do you so are you going to sit down and fold the arms and say you're the free against on support of Indiana? So this time me challenge you. We live in a society so we wa be to support na Madiana Koswa because one kind of honor. I'm not surprised. The FA president even said that he doesn't want to work with an enemy. But if for once, Obetimia get too closer to George Free to call him George, bra, Niantrasi. Na yen someone who can boy. Na yen sent me for to be approved to Sarot na echoes in football na. Because to Edia home Kabeba because in football no, is dying because officiating has become a biggest problem. The biggest problem. I didn't know my president can't say, do you know who here? So I said, I didn't know who here. I tell you, no come how, especially those who believe some FA president. I tell you, no move no. But some okay, one day FA president at them, one day FA at them. I did about FA president. I had a challenge. I was also who say, my habit one team in free ho. And on one I catch us say, or him and call him and he will let you know. Because catch say, I dare you make quote me everywhere. Will be cut at the one. Was to quote me, but me ding. Casamina me can I'll come and defend that. Anyone on Casam try. Because to ya some here me many
okay.
O cross it to anamo.
Yo mate.
Yo. Because to
go can on after you go.
Ashanti Gold 04 Mzoto with 3 matches to go. I mean, you come on, Basso for your man's job on my. I let you nominate. I was the owner guy. Not say Eric, and them. Mzoto Mabo Juma. Eric. Now, was the MC is my sample to Basso. So I'm making sure that the promise of the president, His Excellency Mzoto, it come to pass. Mzoto, Papa Nkokai was say what the Premier League football ever Bob was say. Say me boa obi an kan obetuma call voice no. Also beba. No. Yes. Also you make sure say Premier League football come back to Obuasi.
Oh, okay.
And yes no okotam no about
on the Dioma bana.
No, and yes okotam no okogo but I want to believe so edi wo in various ways. Obetuma edi wo in various ways.
E be ne saying.
Right so set kind of football.
Omo muska.
A bit mentimi nka no mentimi.
Say on say o man panyina asem na wo ka no. Me ba o.
Yes.
Nti wo say we are sure of what you are saying.
So the MC no.
Okay, e betimi aba say ne sa ne man.
For MC in voice no.
The MC in ka saying.
Bra, and some of the kind ha.
O ka saying.
Or say she will make sure say o man pani asem o kind ebebum e wo boase.
Ne so on MC in mum na.
Na say MC no offer o man pani.
Nti onu mum ne ma muska no.
Because to make some kind emphatic to mum muska me say obetimi quote my lips now.
The whole chance na.
That is I'm kind from the beginning. So you know
me say as for timidity. Who the timidity obi anim say obetimi no why na.
That I cannot say.
Okay, any to na.
To the American say the fact that the company cook now was a cancer be say na bamu no.
Na no so foforo na be ba na omo ko no be mo ma ba.
So to was the Premier League football be ba boase.
Oh, okay.
Football the manable. Football Ghana Football Association say omogu old Ashanti Gold no. There's no way Omampani with Makofe no Edia Back so Bumraso. Okay. Omampani a law abiding a own to of Bumraso.
Now that's how back on the one. Okay.
I'm not sure some
me just say good.
But I'm not sure they are fully in operation. The machine too, me sure some.
But the movie, that's it. The movie,
some more their names to a guanisa.
Oh, okay.
Unless
as far as Agu.
Agu.
Okay.
Agu.
And
Sasaje Yabamua. First of all, me bo ambassador, but this time they are some mistake. I won't treat of what's for dinner. There were elements number somewhere old as gold no, and then to me all that gold is not going to come. So the old as gold, the old as gold is not going to come.
Okay.
Guys, Asante Gold 04. And no, any name of Boise.
Say, "Crowd can't 04 no papa." Oh, more last.
No more history. Eric Baroma,
you 04 no.
Eric, no more the history of this team. It started at Obuasi.
Yeah.
Asem
Captain, Mama no ase. Na no mrebi. Protocol. My for the couple number na ma to contact no na. Announcement bi o ayan sana about 12. Na unu anomati. Yem pe behind the scene. Hanky panky. Kind of business.
Trust me. Na samba na samba no kan
ko mo bi mrebi chana the samba. O chewo o mampenye de Ashanti Gold ba no.
George Field de kwenkwen ho na.
Zach, you go there about samba ho.
I've tried to find out a lot of things also one of them here news Orlando Pirates submitting official bid of $250,000 to Kotoko for the service of Mafoda Hubejo. Me feel say pro sports for no agency na boy na join no. They speak them too much. They should learn the job well and stop the propaganda and they speak too much. Agencies doesn't work like that. This is what I know and I've picked. Yes, agent no frere Kotoko for say more trust a club adiama mo for the FN who be no. Then they told you, oh, no problem. If unya a good team, the terms are good. Why not? They will do business with the team and they'll give you the mandate. But Bibiania come and report to the club. Now, no more entrance in income. So too, since the club NODs are uncommon way, you've never returned to tell them A, B, or C na mpo diabam then all of a sudden it's outside say no but no
you should be sure say it came from him.
No, by two parties.
So you are addressing both parties.
Kotoko have not received, I can say it emphatically. Say they have not received any bid from any club, and I say Orlando Paris for Hubejewu.
But the agency work normally, no. Orlando and Kaiser. Which of them? Club Orlando Paris. They can have discussions with him prior to writing officially to Kotoko. These days they deal with the agents more, and some of them they win back Kotoko. To be on no prior information.
No, but
and so that they test what test.
So in player to player. Who agent no and do level of discussion no.
They can have a discussion with him. You know them. How do we test? How do you pinch them to find out whether they will agree? Remember, I must start a propaganda testing waters. Oversaid the club will write to Kotoko.
No, but I would say no. A player on a contract today. Your role.
All kind of official thing. I say what ideal situation.
Silence.
And then you make it out.
So it's I think say.
And the transfer no. 6 will be removed.
I don't know what she said. Bid, me, bid and buy. Only say based on one thing that I trust about this our producer is this is a story that yes, from a source that reliable. That is why I'm a bit eager because one, if the source says the bid no Kotoko receive a bid, meanwhile there's no bid. I could do Kotoko. So if you agency know what have your discussions? And with the team at that level, let it stay at that level. Now, at least officially, so Orlando Pirates and Fono, serious and power. No muncho famra. But as I see, I've monitored them. Our players say that they try to create unnecessary noise. Full of bars and creating problems. Samba.
That's your style.
No, Samba. There be there be Jibu. Omodiano. Somebody they be proposal they be formally
now when you agency to me you even generate top pressure my club
no Jibo
baby
Jibo talking about the ideal business but then no omo kwan be bro mfa so ju music o CC clubs no
players na agency emo pressure no enye players omo say contract no they are kind of also
David.
No, you.
Club crowd too.
Same to ATI. Yes, let me use him in successful. Say not sign this year. Agent necessary no.
No, what they will start by saying that on best start say play and say me ba play and so not playing time. And now play and say he's not happy. His family is not happy in Manchester. Quite be the first
square as to weekend.
They can provoke the class.
Lives they can send Manchester United. Okay. Manchester United. Eboko Newcastle. But Manchester you soon agent to convince the boy.
When United came in.
Yeah, when United option because they offer a better commission to the agent than
commission. It also works.
It wasn't a commission. It was about when the two teams he weighed the team. Even though Newcastle were playing Champions League, but he knew that Newcastle they had one offer there.
Newcastle was giving the agency £5 million.
Newcastle were paying more. No. Transfer fee. Important Newcastle were paying more. No, the things that they said now maybe that time the discussion was it. Newcastle to just go.
But Zach, the point I agree with you. But sometimes who players when they convince you, you can convince the player. It doesn't matter how big the club is. Look, you are now going to the Premier League. I have a better amount. You can develop your career. I also get money. My bread. You can convince them. And
Joshua Zexi. Say Bologna for so more 46 was why. Milan meet you demands. By Kia Oyerepa no any agent. Manchester United pay more commission to him than what Milan was paying.
Anyway, that
in the first season at United. There's nowhere in the world that such a player you use Jamiana, you try to create a.
It's not how Kotoko play game, no. Kotoko should be on top of their game.
You agent she also knows such players, no. Because when is a key member of that team. One just season back, you see kind of stories now around say to force the player out of the club. There be and I can one you point because you can use that method now work it. But player sign is 4 years or so. One you point money. I am with how they
okay, all right. Zach, one more and we go. And where we?
So George, and some now can Jibo. So to in a very serious footballing country, now marriage maybe no. By now no. Being a former vice president of the FA, no, you have been called.
Okay.
Now no, or say Obeka. I say now no I say me kan George kan ya no to omo friend no a status committee no o ka so ka se
yeah my friend da
o so ko ya no ka se mba ko pe omo friend biom da omo up to now we didn't there's no ruling on that
but wait omo friend
there's no ruling on that chart you charge you no ono ko committee omo friend biom da because
so we now omo the guru ada ti bia oni ji bibi ho no o kwa na
no say who knows or the evidence has only the evidence
says how many do or the amount of evidence
but things happen now football now to ogini wa on tiase
okay
yes maybe you can say George you could have managed the situation but as all can no can
all right actually Joe ni samba ne ma wo latest bia na
one say Joe na nkasa no so be kaya oba
am so ye training na coach ni friend no yampa ana amamvo bia I'm the coach is Joe come. As a to face that catch him, go to Emmanuel. He did all the work.
No, said Joe Nankas Oba Kotokono. Your interviews will be due 1 year. Chelsea.
Okay.
Now,
say, what kind of interview? Okay. 1 year were we.
Now, no cranny said Kotokompany for a idea with the 4 years no more boy in the sign here. Because one man is signing anything less than that and pressure be bomb super. Now the position Kotukujinane is safe because after this season Akaboy no
3 years.
Now only pro sports for the team come. Jawi one player more GD say Omobenya over they even believe in Jawu than Kamara and Samba.
Because for football reasons.
The ages of these guys
yeah, for football reasons, yeah.
Weekendi Otuo Jauno Omas often the Amal Let's Go Marido.
Guana in the agency. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Atletico Madrid.
They are even fighting for an European deal. Omo pe for Atletico under 23, under 20. Eddie Amajo.
I don't go under 20.
So the Union do senior team.
Mboko Toko's under 20.
You to Omo train even.
You boss Antico Toko's under.
Omo train response even tomorrow. Now Omo who say whether they will accept it. Na nka bia loan will be near head here be konti. Boy any the many bre. On say among all the players no kra no opomusi o man Makaba. Onon Jawuni player back why no interview. To speak to Super Sports and things was one other website kasa just about Jawuni. Inti Jawuni there o many abre. They are trying to use offers from some of the South African teams to also put on the table and look elsewhere.
Jauna eba habeka zongo born.
Yeah.
Okay. Back on okay.
Into Blasters, there is a lot of attention on the Omo a conscious effort. Omo put you in a strategy to get Jehu to that level. Inti air news say ne ba no to and I say no kwenye say pro sports for no South African, especially their CEO no. He has some sort of connection when it comes to the clubs in South African. And the Obia on Oma Daily Bia will know so a more than Kakra, Omobi. So a free agent no Mukas on the work to on the work. I think say Mukwala Kranomo on Sawum Kakra. Not the main agency, but somebody within the agency. Among Konanomo on Sawum. I think say Frederick Asari the name Omwana the Frederick Asari call South Africa. Omwana person of the Kamara call. But they have different attention for Joe. Into news like this, them so too Bebeba about Hubert Joe. They will even try to get some former players to even comment on Jau to talk about his ability.
Strategies now.
Almost strategy, baby.
There's actually
to almost exploit all angles when it comes to projecting the player.
Okay.
Now, make us say the advantage for Kotokone is a year or 3 years, even after the end of this season. Because Kotokone will be relaxing. But just that, too, or more other means to put pressure on Kotoko. For instance, even to the family of the boy.
Okay.
Say, be your man, $5,000 be my boy now. Abusia for bet me afaka me abusia for nyina ba secretariat.
Okay.
Nyina en your mom dey gugu akwam. Yes. And on the pressure ba Kotoko sunti.
Oh, say okay, boy na no about Starlet or Western region.
Enkum.
Debi back tin TV defend debi Black Starlet. Defend debi and
Rashida.
Oh, mom call first we be kind of tin team no one of the defenders. No ball say team bio say gaguru so say defend debi maybe ni nkofo nko GFA om de na busuafo ne kromfo nyina de ka ko GFA so wanya team ema no so mo ye we no man ko
interviews ne de omunya de omu pena e start aba
okay
and then they will try to using the system.
Okay.
Yeah, quite anim no. Me there's somebody I don't think Samba will stay. I don't think Samba is going to stay at Kotoko. Based on the information that we have. They say issue ni nyina say even when it comes to the contract extension conversation, who is going to handle the talks?
Okay.
Because the last time Asafu Dukuba Hayani Ebisani, initially they were in charge of those negotiations.
Players
contract extension. Contract extension of.
With the same say new CEO and everybody the new management should be in charge.
But when on the season yeah, most of the players no more contract.
I'm told say before the end of this month, which is this week. What I'm gathering is like you say, entrance in there now. What you say, they would have named people who will be in charge of the cup. That's what I'm hearing.
We are hoping for that.
Say they be the okay.
Because they say I'm sure say I am seeing with me at about salary. Any player be salary. Now two boys need be contract
Oh yes. And I be blowing you as a season and the answer.
Yes, but my TSS says.
But say that they have to start talking to the players.
Exactly. Send a sacking moto. Even with the sacking of the players, there's one big question. Why recommendation? Why recommendation kind of the player? Why recommendation? Are you going to recommend based on?
At least you need the minimum 15 to stay. Even minimum between 50 and 20.
Minimum 50.
Individual players, omunya batao. So you no man create issue na after to na yesa nraza no.
So when any dey kwahwe akase
football.
Akase kwasi nko ya onko kwabna nko.
Aye. And I'm very new.
And I exactly. That's why some of us were calling
that's
for.
Right.
Who is going to go in is a prince will not take over.
Me ya timazimanim dibo kase we me hu na afi ma hu say I'm telling them
it's just on paper. But in reality,
why this is in the Pamo Biano be better?
Oh, the say they have requested for players' contracts. Even games on Mabo, they have requested for footages from
management. I don't remember. I mean, I'm here footages.
Oh, Sam is too.
Now I'm on a
why?
Because you need technical people to look at the footage.
At that point, they even requested for players in so much so you may have on the crown. They should list it out when you show some of their MC.
Players will be anchored the Hano.
No, as a team, no, and MC through the captain.
Yes, I have a more meeting, no.
Oh, they need to make us a little. As I'm not the Hono. MC see in your time near Casasano. So to the Mechanasi. Codogonet da Hono in your mayor Cosono, the two. And yet that it said the Tiana you no. So to them Janasi. Tina Magado say in Yabutre. Any quick decision BMs to be na you be take piano. A baba back to baby agent.
Okay.
Nti yenhwe. He were Jawa some can meet Isaac. Football ne you was say a drew period of how powerful agency you. And I may sure say pro sports for no more come asem. Say no crepa say be mabwada omone kotoko adi nkoma the price of Ibeje wo kotoko be ka che agency no say player na mpesa mo e bo say ni enya ye beje so tell me jena say agents there enable you cannot throw agents away o na say kotoko ya ye kan masem ya ne ye zutu abranti oku spini ye friend say the na semba so mo uni so bo ni loan ni wie no na ne contract kotoko aka 6 months Charter Big of were ready to pay only 50,000 euros because I can't 6 months. Na kotoko sisi kenisha. Ti yen komra. The agent now ye intermediary between the two clubs no. Or say so betimi push ya kusika na kotoko open na. Ono ni percentage na omo ya agreement odi shame no. Jese kotoko sutum. Ampa kotoko ti ase mamutum. Na kotoko sunya. Esunya de omo pe. Etini born na ye born so ye do period a agents no mo na kura players no. Because clubs no to say club okura player. Agent no mutimi kwa clubs no. And na clubs ka chom say ye hia player we. And ye hia player bia ni profile ti say. No akofa dia ba. Enti say post for so mo kotoko ya adwuma na say kakra. Enti ye hwe de omuso betinya ye.
Okay.
Asemba kwa abaga na ha say ha adwena. Mzutu ama yemu bi haye na Kane sports minister na okọ ya ansana ura ye Idi Kofi Adams se bande wa haga na mum na ye hwan ya Mustafa de o name very Mustafa Yusuf Mustafa yeah. MBB time the last
North East
and can they agent ke fan better na ebusa na questions na say decision bi am so to ni patrick yes o tin bisa na question say interest be na wo say aban na wo free mu na no aban ne say ya ma Black Stars coach fie so nkotenem anytime bi be fa coach bia na FF say FF no ye de koye technical directorate na wo se Matthias ye se mo fa nkonkoye na Blaster coach ba yen san fa ne koda hotel na o mining century aneka na wonyi sika ne bia beti decision we ase eti ewi a ono antimi anya ne bebo wura Kofi Adam so ye bebisa se die enti ne wate ase se Blaster coach no koda hotel se obi antimi ansi ano a eso wura Kofi Adam so si ano because that decision from the FM Zoto me pese me cancel
na ye de na ye ho je say if you hear the woman
oh ye the church coach is ade ho ne sanyama mo so ma ye pram adi sakasi akuguo
oh you school
I say I think directorate of the FA when am was office no
if you see
oh airport residential
airport on your church ade ho
ya de achichem
no mo nim tra de airport
o say Ghana ha no sometimes you take decision bi a what na sidia na wo busa won say enti we mu ne mpanyifo e sheda pa se yekoto aba ko yi omo
ebodo magozi school
enti se wo ye mizotu wo ye FA president zotu o man na ma Blaster school baby a won tena eno de ya to asi wo ye nkobo ka bia enene wo kina wo se wa chenyi di ko technical directorate ye samra back to Blaster coach ye fa ne koda hotel coach baby odai da bia ye ntua nkono nko a enye less than $200 na se woni commission we mu abaye saade we
okay
se wo take decision we am to na se wo ye minister na wo tena because your mind is sika o minister ne you are there to protect the interest of Ghanaians
the public purse
so tell me FA can take his decision obi any problem but ade am to edi sunsun so be bro man na wo minister ne expect so be sia no
you are right.
Thank you. Onko tutu sa plywood no.
Any blackboard no.
Any blackboard tutu free no mo sie so ma coach nko da ho.
All right, ma hu crop bi asante. And just na owura nipa bebesi mutu asem owura osu don ko for instance say wa dey consistent to say as good for na qualify on merit in the same breath to say president ka say president ka say obemo ma ba no ma ba ozozo ma ba on merit nyamba bebre no musu asem
no Emma echo show
and this will be qualified on merit a president here then a boy
ana me say obetuma support in the form
of about merit
of course
okay but president momus can on buy bia Matthias say my main chairman na papa say for special admirer say yeah chia LAC Elizabeth Siedu Betty PH of Air Force Base Bema Camp Baba Uti panyini bi say yenchia no man pa LAC Elizabeth Siedu and chebe koso na from a special admirer. May God continue to bless you. My yaya was me money but it didn't know. Okay, Kwabia Makwaba so ho ye de only PSC ladi and eba international PSC ladi baby ewu Kwabia deputy only PSC tnase pe obi a deputy e dey see hey yes no so aba
we are money, we are singing Nebramo. Muntio, one open Savio, Munyasuna Muntia.
Oyerepa FM 100.7.